hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
sing hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah, amen, sing hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, amen. Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Amen. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. You are the mighty God, the great I am. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You are the mighty God, the great I am. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You are the mighty God, hey, the great I am. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hey, you are the mighty God, hey, great I am. Hallelujah. Afoide posonga basi andina mi pompo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Afoide posonga basi Jehovah andina mi pompo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You are the mighty God, the great I am. Hallelujah. Hey, you are the mighty Sing hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Sing hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Hallelujah. Amen. Sing hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, amen. Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Sing hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
sing hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
amen. Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
sing hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
sing hallelujah, hallelujah, amen.
Sing hallelujah.
You are the mighty God, the great I am. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You are the mighty God, the great I am. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You are the mighty God, hey, the great I am. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You are the
All right, you are the greatest God among the gods, none can be compared unto you. You are bigger than the biggest, stronger than the strongest. This is Papalo Radio. We stream it live on www.mortingghana.com, onlineradiobox.com. Put it to your search engine, Papalo Radio /TV.
hallelujah.
Like our page, put your notification button on so that anytime we come online, you'll be first to be notified. I came, I saw, and I conquered. The name remains Papalo Perfect with my co-host David Santos. Show produced by Jude G.H. What a gracious God we serve. I love the background music. Hallelujah. Blessed is the one that cometh in the name of the Lord. Hallelujah in the highest. Glory be to God. What a mighty, mighty God we serve. God is good all the time, and all the time the Lord is good, and his mercies endureth forever. What a gracious God we serve. I am fired up and poised to give you the best of information on Papalo Radio. We are the navigators of the airwaves. We give you the best. Here we inform, we educate, and then we entertain. What a blessed morning. Good morning, Ghana. Good morning, the Parliament House. Good morning, Flagstaff House. Good morning, wherever you find yourself. God bless you. God bless you, the judiciary.
Whenever I call,
Something unusual is going to happen today. Today, all ears and all eyes are targeted at the NDC's headquarters. From the courtroom to the main quarters, it's going to be fireworks. All right, so lift up your voice and praise the name of the Lord. Shot fired. Fingers crossed. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from every evil. For thine is thy kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Forever, O God, thy word is settled in heaven. Your word have I hidden in my heart, that I may not sin against you. What a powerful and profound quotation. I love this scripture to the core. What a mighty, mighty God we serve. So today we'll be diving deep, educating you, informing you about LGBTQ+. We're going to delve deep into it. We'll put Dr. Duffuor Apo Leslie all the way in Koforidua on the phone, and he will address the issue. He will give us the clinical and medical and psychological aspect of LGBTQ+.
righteous running,
And then, as usual, we do politics. We'll go straight to the headquarters of the National Democratic Congress. From the courtroom today, I'm praying that the case will be called first amongst the folders that or the docket that will be presented to the law court today. I pray that NDC's case with Dr. Duffuor will be called first. But from the grapevine, the NDC is calling the bluff of Dr. Kwabena Duffuor and his team. All right, so let's see how things rumble. Let's see how things go by the close of today. Is it coming off or it has been cancelled or postponed until things are done right? Dr. Duffuor's team is only calling for an alignment of the register vis-a-vis the photo album. He wants to see people by face because anything can happen. And in politics, if you are not awake, if you are not sensitive, if you are not alert, somebody might swindle you. So he needs to see people by their faces and know this one voted. They only want to avoid multiple voting. And then they want to make sure nobody is not impersonated. Don't pretend you are Kwaku when you know you are Kwabena. All right, so we'll delve in deep into that subject. And we promise to bring you the best. And don't forget, coming Sunday is Mother's Day. For loving mothers, not the wicked ones. Not those who have been killing their children. When they go wrong, they put their hands into hot water and all that. We are talking about pure and genuine mothers. Mothers who have a genuine heart for their kids. Mothers who love their kids with an eternal passion. Mothers who go and sell their Hollandaise and Dumas cloth and make sure their children get the best of education. This is a mother we are talking about. I wrote one for my mom. I'll read it before I take my leave today. So we'll be delving deep into who a mother is, the attribute of a mother or the characteristics of a mother. When we say somebody is a mother, does it mean that the person is only a biological mother or somebody who also adopt, who look at those angles? When you say mother, people are only thinking about the biological ones, those who have gone through biology and then brought forth. Not only that, we have people who have also adopted a case and they have treated them more than mothers. And then we also have people who love people from a distance, take good care of them, make sure they are happy and all that. So we'll be doing more today. So make sure you stick and stay right here. Go on our website, www.papalawmedia.com. Go there. Don't forget we're streaming live on all our social media handles. Give God thanks and praise. Let me acknowledge our sponsors. Nana One Shoes. We are into sales of all kinds of shoes for kids and adults. All kinds of shoes for kids and adults. Their shoes is of quality. Good quality. Just contact Nana One on 0256 836112. 0256 836112. Nana One Shoes. Contact us for all kinds of shoes for kids and adults. If you want to also walk in and buy, we are located at Community 11, directly opposite the Community 11 Complex School. Just do just that. Do just that. Enjoy your shoes. All right, so when it comes to photography, Shabba Rich Photography Stand Store. We are into all kinds of photography, passport size photographs, pictures for various events, wedding, engagement, parties,
Lion of Judah,
naming ceremonies, and what have you. Contact Shabba Rich on 0244 671593. 0244 671593. Yeshua HaMashiach,
Yeshua,
the author and finisher of our faith, the one who died and resurrected on the third day. Let me acknowledge Papa Law Farms. Papa Law Farm says into chicken, eggs, and pigs for sale. Eggs, chicken, and pigs. I'm whetting my own appetite. Just go grab one. Call us on 0243446455. Do deliveries as well. Alright, so this is Papalo Radio. In case you don't know where you are at the right place at the right time with the right people, with the right man of God, with the right host, with the right producer, great technical team, great team, making sure we inform you, entertain you, and we educate you every day. Waking up early in the morning is not easy. It takes a lot of grace, it takes a lot of tenacity, mental toughness to get up in the morning. He who seek him early finds him early. That is what scripture stipulates. So we are seeking for news, information, and entertainment for you. We're bringing it at your very doorsteps. Papalo Radio. We are the navigators of the airwaves. All right, so let's go to
Papalo Radio
for the day. Quote for the day. What a powerful quote. In fact, I love this quote. Sometimes you need to be encouraged by some of these quotes. You must be inspired. You must be inspired. Today I was thinking about something. It just crossed my mind, and I thought it wise that when I come on radio, we share it. Santos, how you doing?
By grace, I'm doing well.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm stronger.
You are stronger. Today you are not sweet.
You know. Fridays when you are not stronger.
That's right.
To say the kind.
Friday night in the end.
Uh-huh.
Today people will be doing their boogie jiggy.
As you.
You understand boogie jiggy? No ringy, no dingy.
You are explaining it. You are going deep again.
It means that if the man, until the man put the ring on your finger,
Okay.
don't allow him into the heavens.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What's it?
Which is right? Is
That
right.
is ringy, no dingy.
Oh,
All right, so how was your night?
Oh, my
You
goodness.
slept well?
Yes.
I can see from your face.
Really?
You know, when you don't sleep well, the veins shows on our faces and we look weird and all that. So,
okay.
seeing your face alone, it tells me you are doing well. You are bouncing around like
that's
football that is inflated.
Okay. So that's right.
But I don't think Ghana is bouncing well. Do you understand bouncing?
Yes.
You see those
It's not-
how do you call it? Basketball players?
exactly.
You just hit the ground and you see jumping like something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Especially with the things that we are here. It's not going.
it's
on
not too
well.
pleasant.
Yeah. So.
Let's hope that God through is infinite. Well, I don't always want to apportion every responsibility to God. That is one problem in Africa, in Ghana specifically.
Yes, sure.
Everything God will do it. God will do it. Meanwhile, God also expects us to do the needful.
Yeah, that's true.
You believe that?
Yes, because he has given us the think tank to also be able. Sometimes you need to think and then do your own solution. So sometimes, as you were saying, it's not about God. God. Some of the things God has given it to us to be able to handle it, and so
That's right.
when it gets to some certain stage where it's out of human control, that's where we consult the Almighty.
That's right. That's right.
To give us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be able to deal with the issue at hand. Yeah, so sometimes we shouldn't. That's why we are lazy. We don't want to think.
What is our perception about education?
Education.
Yes, because almost everybody think that once you go to school, you are going to be a billionaire. I don't believe in that assertion.
It seems we are in line. Yes, because Papa.
So education is not the key
No.
to success.
No, not only that. I'm not saying that is not also true.
No, after education, you have only defeated illiteracy.
That is somebody's mind.
No, after education, that's the reality. You have only defeated. It means you have been informed, you've been groomed,
Okay.
you've been nurtured.
Okay.
So you have defeated illiteracy, but you have not defeated poverty.
Poverty. Okay. Now that I get it.
Sing
Yes.
All right, so Papalo Radio, we're streaming live on www.modernghana.com. You can contact us on 03033233348 for sponsorship of our morning show, Mpɔtam morning show, 03033233348. This is Mpɔtam morning show with Papa Lopefe and my co-host David Santos. So education, you have defeated illiteracy,
Yeah, Oli.
but you have not defeated poverty.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Please come again. I want to get this right.
After education, you have
Yeah.
defeated illiteracy,
Okay.
because it's either you are literate or illiterate.
Illiterate, yes.
Illiterate here means you have not been schooled
Okay.
formally, and illiteracy means that you have not been informed, so you are deformed.
Okay.
You got it?
I got it.
That's for the Americans.
Yes. When it comes to education, if we look at those who are even successful, those people are not educated. Some of them too are not well educated.
That's right.
Yes, they have the background.
Semi-formal education.
Yes.
Then.
And so it shouldn't be like you have to be well educated before you be able to defeat poverty. No. If we look at even the professor,
So you believe that you know of people who are educated but they are still poor.
yes,
I know PhD holders who still beg for
Exactly.
500 Ghana cedis.
yes. So theirs is the book, packing books on their tables. When you are even visiting them, they have to be gathering some of the books away so that you can see their face. But they don't want to go beyond the book. Okay? But you can write book, but if you don't have the mind, if you don't have the skills to swing your wings, to be able to make good use of the books that you have been writing, you have been reading and going deep to make money, you still be the same. Because even after writing the book, you have to make good use of it, not reading it, not only giving it out to people, but also how do you market it and make money out of it. Do you want to be called professor and be begging people for money? No. But if you see, those who are not even educated, they make it in life.
That's right.
They make it in life because they have gone beyond what people say about them. And so, Papa, if you look at those who, if you are mentioning billionaires right now, you will not see any professor in it.
Come again.
If you are mentioning 5 or 10 billionaires right now in the world,
That's right.
you will not see any professor in it. All of them.
In fact, I'll buttress your point with
Okay.
Mark Zuckerberg,
Okay.
Facebook CEO.
See you.
In fact, he does not hold a PhD,
No. at
but he called the shot. In fact, he directs the PhDs what to do.
all. What to do?
Yes, and even Mark Elon.
Yeah.
Is it Musk?
Max.
What's his name?
That is Max.
Musk Elon.
Yes.
Yes, he's also trader. He's also not a PhD holder, yet he's calling the shot.
See
So I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at our quote for today. Don't let the applause, accolades, and adulation of others take you away from your assignment. Some people enjoy fans, as a normal person would say. They like fans.
Yeah.
People tell, "Oh, Charlie, you are good. Santos, you are too good. Hey, you can really speak on radio or talk on radio. Charlie, you are good." But that is not enough. If you are not careful, some of the applause will lead you into distraction.
Exactly.
It makes you feel good, to understand that if you are not careful, you will be drifted, or you drift from your own assignment.
Okay.
Some people enjoy adulations, felicitations, they enjoy accolades and the applause, to understand that they forget about the assignment.
Exactly.
Your take on this one?
Yeah, this is very deep. This morning when I saw the quote, I was thinking.
So let me add this one to it.
Okay.
Don't get beside yourself. The same people who champion you on Sunday will crucify you on Friday. Hashtag be sensitive. Hashtag volcano energy. Hashtag God is good.
I like the ending. Yes,
That's right. That's right.
Those who are
Championing you,
yes,
they did that to Jesus Christ.
on Sunday.
I'm telling you.
Yes, Friday they will crucify. They will finish you.
I'm telling you.
Yes, so you have to be what? Sensitive.
That's right.
Smart.
That's right.
That's true. You know, as you said, I was once carried away by the jubilation of the people around me.
Okay.
Yes, to extent that I have forgotten to complete a document. I'm supposed to give it to my boss. You are good in this. You are that and that and that and that. So I was so happy to the extent that the things that I'm supposed to do, I didn't do it. Which, if not because
This is your personal experience.
yes,
That's right.
which if not because I have a good relationship with my boss, Anka Iswa Pharmacy. But what we are trying to say here is that you have to be careful because we have seen so many
That's right.
who are being praised by the people around them. You know, they make them feel like they with them when they are with them. Oh, you are more than God. They will worship you. The way they will carry you, they are carrying you like egg, and they are praising you. But you have to be careful because if you are not careful, as success is saying, they are the same people that will bring you down. They are the same people that when you go wrong a little bit, they are not going to forgive you. They will pour petrol on it to backfire. And that day,
So basically, we should be careful about people who are around us, who always tell us you are good, you are this, you are
Yes.
that. Yes. So
Yes.
I think it's high time we take our applause from within
within.
than the applause from.
You have been saying
The
something.
outside.
You said the you in me or something.
Yes.
Yes, there is
You
something.
must always allow the you in you to applaud you.
Thank you.
There's something called you in you. All right, so this is Mpɔtam Morning Show. The name remains Papa Law Perfect. We're going for a short break and we'll be right back.
Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Are you ready now? Yeshua. Hamashiach. Lion of Judah, Agune Chimbao, Yeshua, Hamashiach, Lion of Judah, Agune Chimba, Yeshua, Hamashiach, you are the Lion, Agune Chimba one. Lion of Judah, Agune Chimba. You are the one who parted the Red Sea. You are the
All right, Yeshua HaMashiach is the all-time finisher of our faith. Oman yi be ye a efimenu mienu ara. Oman yi be ye nie. Nyame adom. Ni nyansa ne na hoɔden nti yɛbɛhyehyɛ Ghana ama yɛyie. Ɛno nti na anɔpa yi asɔre abɛtena afidie yi so. Si yɛbɛbɔ yɛn ho mmɔden biara sɛ yɛde deɛ ɛyɛ, deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wote, deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wo ɔman ba pa woyɛ, ne deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmanpanyin ne n'abadwafoɔ ne n'asoafoɔ ɛbɛyɛ ama Ghana afa ne ntamapa afira. And so quickly, we'll be going on the phone to speak with our brother, Honorable Razak Abdul Hussein. He's the NDC's secretary for Medina constituency. But before that, every issue is now centered around the upcoming election. Whatever comes out of the court proceedings will determine whether tomorrow the NDC is going into elections. And on that score, we would like to read from the NDC's constitution what qualifies one to be a parliamentary candidate and what qualifies one to be a presidential candidate. So quickly, let me go into the NDC's constitution. Article 43, election of parliamentary candidate. 1. The National Executive Committee shall notify all constituency executive committees as to the time of the opening of nomination for the contest of primaries for the parliamentary seat in each constituency. The constituency executive committee shall, within 7 days of receipt of such notice, circulate the notice to all polling divisions, inviting nominations from prospective candidates. 3. At a date to be determined by the constituency executive committee, but guided by the overall calendar of the party's political activities, all prospective candidates shall be invited to a constituency executive committee meeting to select prospective candidates that meet the eligibility criteria of the party. 4. The regional executive committee shall supervise the selection process for parliamentary candidates at the constituency level. 5. The regional executive committee and the constituency executive committee shall, after selecting prospective candidates that meet the eligibility criteria of the party, forward the details of such candidate to the National Executive Committee. 6. The National Executive Committee shall examine the details of such candidate to ensure that the candidates are indeed eligible to contest the constituency primaries, after which the National Executive Committee shall endorse the list for the primaries to be held in the constituency. 7. A decision by the National Executive Committee not to endorse any of the prospective candidate during the selection process for any constituency shall be communicated to them. All right. 8. Any short-listed candidate who wins the primaries by a simple majority of votes cast is duly elected as the party's parliamentary candidate. 9. A member shall not be qualified to contest primaries for any parliamentary seat if he is disqualified under national electoral laws from contesting for any parliamentary seat. B. Is not an active member is not an executive active member of the party at the constituency level for the 2 years immediately preceding the date of filing nomination. And C. Is for any reason disqualified from being a party member as spelled out under Article 8 of this Constitution. 10. The National Executive Committee shall issue guidelines regarding the election of parliamentary candidates. All right. So the 10 it says the National Executive Committee shall issue guidelines regarding the election of parliamentary candidate based on the provision of this article. All right. So basically, the NDC had stipulated clearly here what a parliamentary candidate or a parliamentary hopeful is entitled to do, or what is expected of him, what qualifies one to be a parliamentary candidate. So it's stipulated here, black and white, not blue, not red. And one thing that draws my attention more is the Article 43. Inside this Article 43, number 5, it says the Regional Executive Committee shall supervise the selection process for parliamentary candidates at the constituency level. So every regional executive member should be part of the selection process. Every regional executive committee member shall supervise the selection process for a parliamentary candidate. So it is incumbent upon the regional executive to choose who becomes a parliamentary candidate based on the guidelines given. If you qualify, then you are given the chance to go all out and contest for a parliamentary seat on behalf of the NDC. I have Honorable Razak Abdul Hussein, the NDC's Secretary for Medina constituency. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, Apostle.
How you doing?
By God's grace.
We bless God. And how is the family?
Once we are awake, we are on the path of the awakening list.
That's right.
We just give glory and thanks.
That's right. That's right. We thank God. We thank God. Good to hear from you again. You are live on Papalo Radio, and this is Mpɔtam Morning Show.
It's always a pleasure to be with you.
That's right. I was going through your constitution according to Article 43 of the NDC's constitution. It said election of parliamentary candidates.
Yeah.
Yes, and I would just want to read the first, second, and third in the Article 43. He said the number one, the National Executive Committees shall notify all constituency executive committees as to the time of the opening of nomination for the contest of primaries for the parliamentary seat in each constituency. 2. The constituency executive committee shall, within 7 days of receipt of such notice, circulate the notice to all polling divisions, inviting nominations from prospective candidates. 3. At a date to be determined by the constituency executive committee, but guided by the overall calendar of parties' political activities, or prospective candidate shall be invited to a constituency executive committee meeting to select prospective candidate that meet the eligibility criteria of the party. Honorable, briefly, do you attest to this, that this is your constitution?
First and foremost, let me give thanks and glory to Almighty Allah God
That's
for
right.
bringing us this far this morning. And let me use this opportunity to sincerely greet all listeners of Apparel Radio
That's right.
live as they are tuned in this morning. Yes, what you just read, yes, is our constitution.
Okay. Okay.
And all the 3 points or bullet points that you've read so far, we've met all, and we've passed that even stage at this point in time.
Okay. So, Honorable, I'm just quoting this for our viewers and listeners to understand the constitution of the NDC, what you need to know about the party, because a lot of people are too sensational about this whole buhaha. But I think if we do proper education, people wouldn't be so sensational about the whole issue. When we say eligibility criteria of the party, Honorable, what do we mean here?
eligibility criteria for the party or of the party
Yes.
simply means when you, let me use a classical example, for instance, Apostle, maybe you would want to vie for the parliamentary seat for Medina on
That's right.
behalf or on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress.
That's right.
What it just asks, what it means is that you need to meet certain requirements set by the party's constitution.
Okay.
And as well, per the guidelines set for that particular year's elections.
Okay. So anybody without this qualification can be disqualified.
So what simply it means is that you being a potential candidate or a hopeful, you first have to meet the criteria. And one of such criteria is you must be a registered card-bearing member or a registered voter within the constituency.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
2, you must be a registered card-bearing member in one of the branches. In other words, in one of the polling stations of that constituency.
That's right.
Within the police station, within that constituency.
Okay.
And you must be at least 4 years old as of the time that you were captured till the very day that the notices of polls was published or advertised. So it means, as it stands now, for you, Apostle, if you had wanted to contest on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress, you should have been captured or registered in the National Democratic Congress NDC's register since 2018. Are we together? You should have been captured or registered in any of one of our registers.
That's right.
Since 2018. So if you calculate 2018 till date, it means then that you will be 4 years old or more within the party.
Wow.
So eligibility means then that once you meet that 4 years old in our register as National Democratic Congress branch or polling station register.
Okay.
What it means, you are qualified.
Okay. That's powerful.
And apart from that, you must be a registered voter on the EC's voters register within the constituency. But there's some clause here.
Okay.
The clause is that you might have someone who do kind of do not say, let's say to say he is not a registered voter within the constituency.
Okay.
As of that time, but though he's a registered member of the party within the constituency. But what it means is the person might be voting in terms of EC voting. He might be voting in another constituency. But he's a card-bearing member of the party in a different constituency, of which he has met that 4 years requirement.
That's right.
And everybody within that constituency knows him as a party member and knows him as someone who has been part and parcel of our day-to-day activities within the party in that particular constituency. So there's a clause or a waiver where national leadership or NEC can grant that person that opportunity where he can file within this, we say, Medina constituency, even though his vote is within Adenta.
That's right.
But then he has been participating in all NDC activities within Medina.
That's right.
As well as he's registered or captured on any of the register NDC registers within Medina.
Okay.
So NEC can decide to give him that waiver by filing his nomination and everything within the Medina constituency and go ahead to even contest for the primaries.
That's right.
And possibly even win. Whilst he awaits the EC to open voter transfer. Okay. When such moments come, then he will officially transfer his vote into the Medina constituency, even though it is Adenta and Medina border. Normally, we don't transfer votes from border to border. Okay. But then, in this case, it's a peculiar case, so EC allows. That is, he's coming to contest or vie for a particular position within another constituency, which is just a border constituency to another one that he used to have, originally has his vote there. And this is in the wisdom of the Constitution of the national, the wisdom of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Such arrangement is there. So the requirement simply means you must be a card-bearing member of the party within that particular constituency for 4 years.
That's right.
You must be a voter register of the party within a voter register of the on the EC's register or album within the constituency, and you must also be of good standing. In good standing means you must be somebody who has paid his paid up dues till date. That 4 years dues, the 4 years dues you have been able to pay till date. And quite apart from that, you must be someone who do not have or bear any criminal records. And then you must as well be someone who has allegiance to only the Republic of Ghana.
That's right.
And not a citizen of Ghana and not a dual citizen person.
Okay.
So all this eligibility talks about all the things that I've talked about so far or I've said.
All right. So the National Executive Committee, that is the NEC, shall issue guidelines regarding the election of parliamentary candidates based on the provision of this article. That is the Article 43:10.
Yes, so exactly. So they will look at the constitution just as you read it, and out of that very constitution, you know, every 4 years or every election year and its peculiarities.
Okay.
So they will look at, but in all the guidelines that they will carve or they will set for that particular year's election, for instance, this year's elections, will be based or will be extracted or will be guided based on the constitution, the article 46 or 40 something that you just read. It will not come outside of that constitution or maybe outside that particular article. Everything that they will do, the article is there to guide them, to make sure that they fall in line or they fall within. In setting the guidelines.
All right. Honorable, let's move swiftly to Article 44, election of presidential candidate. For your, with your permission, I would like to read the whole of this because that is where the issues are. So I want to take your permission and then read through so that.
Please go ahead.
All right. The date and venue for the election, that is A. The date and venue for the election of the presidential candidate shall be decided by the National Executive Committee, provided that such an election shall take place at least 12 months before a national election date in the case where the party is in power, and at least 24 months in the case where the party is outside government. B. If at the close of nomination only one person files nomination as the party's presidential candidate, he shall be subject to a vote out of which he must obtain 50% plus one of the votes cast. Where two persons file their nomination, the person who receives the greater number of votes shall be declared elected as the party presidential candidate. C. Where at any ballot between two candidates and the votes are equal, another ballot shall be held. D. At any ballot between more than two persons, the candidate who receives the greatest number of votes shall be declared elected, provided that he receive a majority, that's 50% plus one of the vote cast. But if no candidate receives such majority, the name of the candidate who receives the least number of votes shall be withdrawn. This shall be followed by a runoff between the first two contestants, and the contestant with a simple majority shall be declared the party's presidential candidate. E. The runoff shall be repeated in the case of a tie between the two contestants until one of them obtains a simple majority. F. Where there is equality of votes between candidates who receive the smallest number of votes and one of them has to be excluded from the election under subclause D, there shall be a ballot to determine which of them shall be excluded. G. The National Executive shall, in consultation with the Council of Elders, issue guidelines regarding the election of a presidential candidate based on the provisions of the article. Honorable, we have three major contestants who are contesting to become your presidential candidate. His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama, Dr. Kwame Duffuor, and Honorable Kojo Bonsu. What qualified these three? What actually qualified these three?
Thank you. What actually qualifies them is one, they are card-bearing members or registered card-bearing members of the party.
Okay.
Please, did you get that?
Yes, please. I'm listening.
They are registered card-bearing members within the party or of the party.
That's right.
Two, they are registered voters within the country.
That's right.
It could be any other polling station.
That's
Three,
right.
they are citizens of the Republic of Ghana. And again, they are of sound mind and above the age, I think it's 45, right? Age set by the Constitution of Ghana.
That's right.
To qualify one to become a president or to contest for a presidential position.
Right. Yes, that's true.
So when you look at all this, the few that I've just highlighted,
that is enough to qualify them.
They are also in good standing.
Okay.
In good standing on the side of the party means they are a paid up dues.
Okay.
And
so,
apart from that,
Honorable,
they do not.
Honorable, on a lighter note, when you don't pay dues, you may be disqualified on that grounds.
100%.
Okay. Wow.
You just draw my mind to something. When I was about to contest my third tenure in office, that was in 2022, August, September, thereabout. I think September, thereabout, that we had our election. Prior to the election, we go for the vetting. And at the vetting committee were checking the people who actually endorsed my forms, my nomination forms. They will start with me as an applicant. So they checked and they realized that I've paid my dues till date. That 4 years paid has been done. And they were checking the.
You have just 1 minute remaining.
Honorable, go ahead.
At one point, they came across one person that they checked. When they checked, what it means is that he has not paid. He hasn't paid his dues for the last 2 years or so. And then it was a subject of disqualification. But they considered me simply because they knew some of our party members because of the zeal, and that particular person that they identified was it was like he had been calling me that he actually want to endorse my form for me.
Okay.
Just out of love. Out of love. And for him, he felt that later when I cross-checked with him, he felt that because he has paid the earlier 2 years ahead, so he thought that maybe the remaining 2 years is nothing. And he actually endorsed my form. So when they checked, they realized that they noticed that he indeed.
You have no call credit in your MTN account. Please.
All right, we just lost Honorable Razak Abdul. We'll do our possible best to bring him back on the line. So just stay here. This is Mpɔtam Morning Show with Papa Law. Perfect. God keep you and protect you. Honorable, sorry, we lost you. Yes, we lost you. Please go ahead.
So when they checked and they realized that he has not paid, he was straight away. They were based on that to disqualify me. But they gave me, because they knew very well that as humans as we are, sometimes we have genuine oversight.
Reasons, that's right.
Yes, reasons, genuine reasons. So then they quickly asked me to do the needful.
That's right.
So I have to pay for the person who endorsed for me at the vetting committee there. They gave me that window of opportunity. They made me set me aside, gave me about 10 minutes to do that.
So
I went out, I took my phone, I loaded my money, and then I entered into the system. I inserted the person's name, his party membership ID number,
that's right,
and then his phone number as well. And everything popped up, and then I just did the payment. And when I did the payment, they deducted me from my wallet.
Okay.
And then that was before I came back in to show them the proof.
That's right.
So if you are not a paid up member, as you want to vie or maybe represent the party in terms of flag bearership,
that's right,
they could use that basis to even disqualify you. So the paid up member or paid up dues up to date is compulsory and it's mandatory. And you see, you can't belong to a society or maybe a group or a club, and then you will say you will want to flout the laid down procedures or maybe the rules and regulations set or binding or controlling or regulating the club. So it's part of the party's constitution, and it's cut across all the other political parties.
Okay.
For the dues there, they don't joke with it because
That's
party
right.
So that's where
party I like that part. And yet discuss also All right, so Honorable, let's zoom straight into your presidential election, slated for 13th on the 13th of May. That is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are you still going to hold these elections?
I'm very much 100% optimistic and confident that we are going to hold the elections.
Why do you think so? Dr. Duffuor is in court.
Yeah.
To argue his case.
Like I said the last time, happens to somebody I know him both from far and near.
That's right.
I've been very close to him. We've shared thoughts, ideas, had some deep discussions about our party and the way forward. And the truth is, I still doubt that it was Dr. Duffuor himself who decided to go to the courts. I'm still of the conviction that there are certain people around him. Please, Apostle,
Honorable,
are we online?
Honorable, I think they can also not go to court without the permission of Dr. Duffuor. Or what do you think?
Yes, that one. That I'm coming to sides.
Okay, that's fine.
I still have.
I'm sure you want to say they had to coerce him to agree or buy into
something like that. And then apart from that, apart from the coercion, he himself as the figure has the final authority to either go or not to go. So that is where I have some challenge on his side too as well. And quite apart from that, I hope you are aware that one of his sons is contesting even the uncle, a sitting MP.
Yes, I'm aware.
All these dynamics are come to play. And apart from that, my reason for saying that the elections will still go on is that what Dr. Duffuor took to court, honestly speaking, in all sincerity, is null and void.
It's a lightweight case.
I'm telling you, he has no case. You know why?
There's not a heavy case.
No, he has no case. He has no case.
Maybe the court will decide, or what do you think?
Even the court will decide, but the court will decide based on the variables, or maybe based on the evidence before it. And the evidence is simple. You know, our party has a structure, and it starts with the lower level, which is the grassroots, which is the branch. In MPP, they will call it polling station.
That's right.
Electoral Commission also calls it polling station. Then you move to the constituency, the ward, which the MPP calls it electoral area, which EC also calls it electoral area. Then you move to the constituency level. And for that place, we all call it constituency. And then you move to the regional level.
That's right.
Then from the regional level, you go to the national level.
Exactly.
These are the structures of the party. And all the political parties, that's how their structure stands. At the branch level, MPP have 5 people manning the branch or the police station executives.
But yours is 9, right?
Yes, ours is 9. So I also, it seems like you know all the things.
I do
so
my
at the
best.
End of the day, the question is, if we do not have a delegate list, or we do not have a proper delegate list, or so to say, we do not have a proper voters register internal voters register, how did we then get, or how did we then have our branch executives or polling station executives in place?
That's a good question.
It was at the polling station, it was the branch, the delegate list that was used to elect the various 40,000 plus branch executives, or in other words, polling station executives. After electing them, they now qualify to become delegates to vote for the various constituencies that they found themselves in. And they now turn into their names or their details or biodata was now used to prepare a delegate list at the constituency level, where they came to vote for us, including my very good self that I'm talking to you now.
That's
and
right.
I became, they honestly endorsed me to continue my work as a constituency secretary.
That's right.
It was a delegate list. It was a delegate list that the party used that gave birth to me as a constituency secretary. Immediately they voted for me and the others. We are 28 constituency executives, elected 28 executives. In other words, we are we are out of it, we are 23 elected constituency executives, and then 5 appointees joining us, making 28. Apostle, are we together?
Yes, please. I'm on the line. I'm listening.
So when we were elected and we became the constituency executives, the 28 of us, including the appointees, 5 appointees that joined us, because once we appoint them, automatically they also become delegates. That's the constitution.
Okay.
And the 5 of them becoming 28. The 28 of us now qualifies or qualified as delegates.
Okay.
Who have the voting right to vote in the regional elections or regional conference. So we, the constituency executives, are the ones who went to elect the regional executives, and now, as we speak, we have the regional chairman in the person of Honorable Ni Ashimo, his vice, Honorable Jaja, and then Honorable William, and then the regional secretary, Theophilus Etechai, the organizer, Anthony Kwenu. It was a delegate list that was used, of which I'm part of the delegates that we voted for the regional executives. And after voting for the regional executives, they also now qualifies to become delegates that are going to vote in the national elections. That's right. The national executive position. And equally, as constituency executive, we equally also qualifies to become executives or delegates to vote in the national elections. So both the constituency executives, the regional executives now qualifies as delegates.
Okay.
As well as former government appointees. And then former national executives all now qualifies as delegates to vote in the national elections internally.
Okay.
So as we speak, we the various structures that or persons that I've mentioned.
So if I get your argument, you guys have become delegate because you use a particular register to become, so it's eligible.
Yes, in some way, but let me lay it flat so that you can everybody, your listeners can understand.
That's right.
We, the constituency executives, became eligible or maybe became delegates through the voting of the branch executives or police station executives that voted for us.
Okay.
That after voting for us, that we won, that we qualified to become delegates to vote.
With the same register, I mean the same register. That's where my argument is, because the whole issue centers around register and then the photo album. That's why I'm asking.
Apostle, with the same register.
All
but
right.
In all the structures, in terms of the branch or police station, come to the constituency, to the region, to the national, all the registers that we used was without any picture.
Okay.
That's the fact. Let us establish it.
And the whole party accepted that.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that has been something that we have been using all this while.
Okay.
So the regional executives plus the constituency executives became after we were elected. We now qualify or maybe became delegates to vote in the national election, which we did. And then we voted in the national election and chose the current chairman, which is Johnson Asiodun Ketia.
That's right.
We chose his vice, Azoka, and the rest, and as well as the general secretary, Golden Fee.
Yeah.
It was a delegate list that was used to elect them into office currently.
Okay. Which you were one of those.
Which I was one of those.
Okay. So
it's that same delegate list that is going to be used per our constitution, that is going to be used to elect our presidential candidate, or in other words, our flag bearer.
Okay.
Who becomes our flag bearer.
Okay. I get you.
It's that same delegate list that is going to be used
for the parliamentary.
For the parliamentary as well. So in this case, there will be some kind of decentralization.
Okay.
All the delegates that forms within Medina, both the branch executives in terms of police station executives and the constituency executives,
they are all going to vote.
Government appointees who reside within the Medina constituency and have their vote within Medina constituency.
They are all going to vote.
They are all going to vote to choose who become the parliamentary candidate for the constituency.
Okay. Together with the presidential.
With the constituency, the same thing happened with Domi Kwabena.
Okay.
As for the presidential, all the people that I've mentioned within Medina constituency will be voting.
Okay.
All the people, the same people in Adenta will also be voting.
Okay.
All the people in all the remaining 273 constituencies will also be voting at the same time.
Wow. Wow.
The
Okay.
venue of the presidential election shall be determined by NEC.
Yeah, I
But
read
in
that.
the golden age of technology and decentralization, we cannot assemble all of us at Accra Sports Stadium, which will come at a cost. So there must be a decentralized.
Okay.
So the
Medina,
voting
you are
time,
going to do your own voting and all
exactly,
that.
but it will take in the form of national election.
Okay.
And we all know national election voting starts at 7 a.m.
That's right.
and closes at 5 p.m.
Exactly.
But internal election is the same thing, 7 a.m. and closes at 5 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
So at the same time that Medina is voting tomorrow from 7 a.m., that very 7 a.m., all the remaining 270, all the remaining 260, what's the name? 60 constituencies will also be voting because we have some 15
on suspension. Okay.
Yes, and per our constitution, once we have 1/3 of constituencies going for their congress or maybe elections, we can still go ahead and do our presidential flag bearership election primaries.
Honorable, let's go deeper. Looking at your case, Dr. Duffuor's case against the NDC, or your case vis-a-vis Dr. Duffuor's case, are you sure you are going to override Dr. Duffuor's assertion or his argument about discrepancies with the register and then the photo album he's demanding for? What can you say to our listeners? How do you educate us concerning Dr. Duffuor's case? What is Dr. Duffuor's case and what is the NDC's case? And how do we have a leverage within 24 hours?
Apostle, if there is no any register or say delegate list,
that's right.
How do you then call me? Or how do I qualify to become secretary for you to even call me and you are interviewing me?
That's right. That's a good question.
I was voted for. I was elected through a delegate list.
That's right.
Same from the branch all the way to the national chairman and the last person in the party. We were all elected. And it was a register that was used to elect all of us. And that register is still alive. It's still existing. And it's the same register that we are going to use for the presidential primaries and the same register we are going to use for the parliamentary primaries.
So why is one crying foul?
He is crying because when or just about going to these presidential primaries and the parliamentary primaries, the party decided that let's do a picture album.
Okay.
Which for me, Dr. Duffuor and his team should even be happy. You know why, Apostle?
Tell us.
The one without the register without the picture, there could be impersonation.
Okay.
I can come and use your name as Apostle and vote.
And multiple voting as well.
Exactly. And it is simple. But the party in its own wisdom, leadership, they said no. Let us improve on our voter album. Let us make sure that these elections or these primaries will be one of the most transparent elections ever to be conducted by the party.
Okay.
In that wisdom, let us now improve on our register, which is to make it a photo album register.
That's right.
So the existing delegate list that gave birth to the branch executives, existing delegate list that gave birth to me as a constituent secretary, existing registers that gave birth to the regional executives as the national regional chairman, the existing register that gave birth to the national chairman, the general chairman, that's Honorable Stephen Ketia.
That's right.
It's the same register that we are going to use.
Okay.
However, how do we get the pictures? Each and every single delegate or branch executive, the existing ones, so not new one, the existing ones, should furnish the party with his or her voters' ID card. That's the 2020 voters' ID card. Because the party already has the soft copy of that system.
That's right.
So that once we submit it, the party will instead of the party directing individual to bring the passport picture, of which Apostle is not going to be possible, because to ask a particular police station executive or a branch executive that submit a passport picture, that branch executive who is unemployed, who doesn't work, who find it even difficult to feed 1 square meal a day. You asking him to send a party's a passport picture. He doesn't have the money to go and take any passport picture. So in a nutshell, he can't supply such a thing.
That's right.
But the party wants to make it easier. The party wants to make it easier for each and every one of us. They said what? In their own wisdom. You already have the 2020 voters ID card.
Okay.
Just submit or supply us with your voters ID number. and who will use that ID number to enter into the system and what? And pull the party.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes,
and pull or extract the picture and form the how do you call it?
The register.
Extract the pictures from the EC register.
That's right.
Rather than to ask party members to submit passport pictures.
Okay.
So Duffuor and his team should rather be happy that the leadership of the party were rather trying to support them, to help them, to have a transparent election by getting a photo album where if I am standing there as secretary or Razak, you know that this is Razak's face on the album. Apostle, you can't come and stand there. You and I don't look alike.
That's right.
And even if you look alike, there's no way you can get into the system because maybe the other features, which is the membership number, and stuff and other
would
things,
definitely differ.
Will kind of
it will differ.
Get you will reveal your true identity or will get you to be impounded or maybe arrested. You get it?
Yes.
So all these things.
So Dr. Duffuor's
case is that he was finished with the album, and that album, that's the picture album. But from authority and confirmed, he was already supplied with the existing delegate list that we are currently going to use for the tomorrow's elections.
Okay, so he has all the lists
without the picture. Yes, the one without the picture.
Okay, but he's now looking for
was an additional information, which is now that they've transformed it into the picture album or photo album.
Okay.
And Apostle, the challenge the party was having is that I still stand by my words. The current 2020 voters ID card is one of the most useless ID cards ever to have been produced in this country.
I agree. You go to the banks and you are told you can't use it.
Yes, you go to the banks. It's
go and bring the old one. Yeah.
Yes, they will tell you bring the old ID card because the old ID card is in the system.
So Dr. Duffuor, that's right,
has not been activated or synchronized to any system that you can say you can go and use it for transactions.
So Dr. Duffuor is demanding for the photo album, a complete photo album, right?
And he has been finished with it. But the challenge is that it's not every branch executive or every delegate was able to supply that voter's ID number. So the party was not able to extract each and everybody's picture in terms of those who were unable to submit their voter's ID.
Okay.
So in their case, their place becomes blank because they could not extract because without the voter ID number you can't get the person's picture.
Okay.
So in the nutshell, you are finished with the first delegate list, which is the original source. That's the source that was used to elect from the branch to the constituency to the region to the national. That one is with you. This one is an additional improved version, even though there were some people who have got their voters ID cards missing or lost. So what happened? You will have tomorrow's elections. You have the original one that was given to you, the one without the picture, being displayed at the voting center.
Okay.
You as well have the one with the picture being displayed at the voting center.
Oh, okay.
So when I come, because of the time we were submitting those pictures, those voters' ID number, I couldn't submit mine, so my picture could not be on the part of the picture album. But I still have my name because I'm a delegate. I still have my name on the register without my picture, the one without the pictures.
Okay.
So if I come to vote and then they check the picture album and they can't trace me simply because I did not submit my voter's ID, they will then now fall on the earlier register or the original register, which is the one without the picture.
The picture, okay.
And then they will see my name. Based on that, they will grant me the opportunity to vote.
All right.
So for me,
so
Duffuor's court case was...
It's dead on arrival, It's dead on arrival, right?
It's dead on arrival.
Anyway, we spoke to... Yesterday, we had a privilege to speak to Honorable Solomon Kansa. He was also of the view that they exhausted all the party structures before heading to court. So
I don't believe that.
Okay. Honorable, your final words.
I don't believe that. Yes, before
that, special request from Papa Law technical team. We want press pass. So we want press pass.
Okay.
So if you give us the chance, we would like to come and cover your election.
Sure.
Okay, so
why not?
All right. So the producer will call you right
The
after.
election is a public knowledge.
That's right.
It's not going to be conducted in any secrecy.
That's right.
So you are granted.
All right. So producer will call you and then
No
we'll
problem.
take the details. All right.
Okay.
Honorable,
To
your
my
final
last
words.
Before the final words, why I'm saying I don't agree with Solomon, simply because is that the party has structures, and the structures is that when you are dealing with NEC, that's the National Executive Committee, and you think they are frustrating you, or you feel that they are not coming forthright with information that you require or need. We have the Council of Elders, which is being chaired by Honorable Mama Idrisu.
Okay.
And that man is an astute elderly person.
That's right.
Who believes in fairness and transparency. If you go to lodge a complaint to him, there's no way he wouldn't call the leadership of the party and call the first team and sit down around a round table and say, let's resolve this matter.
That's right.
This is what the concerns or complaints of Duffuor. So how are we going to we want to resolve it? How are we going to do it? Then the other leadership will also bring their version of the issue, and then they will deliberate and finally will come to a conclusion.
That's right.
And then we move from there. So that's why I'm saying I don't believe, because there's no, if they are gone to the Council of Elders, the chairman of Council of Elders, I doubt that by now this matter wouldn't have been resolved.
Okay.
That notwithstanding, that is their view, that is their stand. You can't force them, you can't take it away from them. That's what they said.
Maybe
my final words is that I'm still very much 100% optimistic, because this case is dead on arrival. If the party do not have a delegate list, how come all the almost something thousand plus executives or delegates not delegate executives, how were we elected? We were elected through a document, and it's the same document that is going to be used tomorrow to run the presidential elections. People shouldn't frustrate us. Ghanaians have high hopes and high stakes for the NDC. Ghanaians sees the NDC as the only alternative party that can come and rescue this country from the current quagmire that the country finds itself.
That's right.
As we speak, the New Patriotic Party government, led by President Duffuor and Baumia, and the MPP party, this in the government machinery, is taking them almost getting to 2 years now. They are struggling for a paltry $3 billion. Whereas, Apostle, I told you the last time, that $3 billion can be locally raised right here in this country. And the monies that have gone down the drain, which is the corruption and other things, and also the Auditor General's report that come to bear that some monies have gone to certain individuals and things. They should chase those monies, and they will get that $3 billion that they need. They should as well. The time President Duffuor said there's a ban on export of gold, by the time we came back, Switzerland said what? They have bought $7 billion gold from Ghana alone. Right. And the government of Ghana is saying that out of that $7 billion, it is only $3 billion that they've been able to account for. So who is keeping the $4 billion?
That's right.
So they don't need IMF money. And I still stand by my word. These guys are not trustworthy. They are not honest. And IMF shouldn't kowtow to them. IMF, because even the books that they submitted, the record books that they submitted to IMF, the figures, IMF, after its perusal and auditing and everything, came to the conclusion that the figures are cooked figures. They are not accurate. You know why? The IMF, the Bretton Woods institution, they have their private or independent agencies within every country. That at any point in time that you go in for some sort of financial support or something,
that's right,
you will give them the variables, you will give them the figures, but they will equally cross-check with their independent bodies.
Honorable.
And what the independent bodies furnish them doesn't tally with what the government of Ghana send them.
That's
so
right.
They are not going to get that money.
Hopefully.
They told us by March, if that money doesn't come, the country will collapse. But still, we are still in the country.
That's right.
Even though we know the challenges. The monies that individuals are packed illegally, they should make sure they go after those monies, and the country will be better.
All right.
So people shouldn't come and frustrate the NDC. Ghanaians are looking up to us, and the NDC is the only alternative and the biggest opposition party that can come and make the difference in terms of rescuing this country.
Thank you.
And I will urge and encourage each and every single branch executives and delegates who have the voting right tomorrow to be prepared to get either their party biometric membership card.
I think one of your the regional from your Ashanti Regional Secretariat, I think there is a memo out encouraging all delegates to be up and doing and ready for battle tomorrow. And
Yes.
so
So,
you guys are not giving up. You are not budging out. It
No, no,
said,
no, no, no.
come with your Ghana
The
card,
case,
voter ID
like I
card,
said,
or
no,
party
we are not
card.
even dealing with the Ghana card. As for maybe they captured it, but the issue is that it's either you come with your party biometric membership card.
That's right. That's
If
right.
in the absence of that, you can come with your 2020 voters ID card. You can as well even come with a 2016 voters ID card, because he said that is the correct ID card that is still in the system.
All right.
And it bears your picture and your information.
Honorable Razak Hussein, you're a good politician. You've made time to educate us. We don't want to come on radio and just be sensational. I'm happy you came on the line. Thank you for speaking with us, Mpɔtam Morning Show and Papa Law Radio. We are grateful, Honorable.
I'm also grateful.
So we are waiting for the press pass. The
Sure.
producer will call you. All right,
No
thank you. That was Honorable Razak Hussein, the secretary for Medina constituency, NDC secretary for Medina constituency. What a man. Santos,
Yeah.
Honorable Razak can talk.
Yes.
He's a real talker.
Yeah.
And a young and upcoming gem. I
Yeah.
mean, he has spoken well. He
Yeah.
has
The
spoken well.
delivery was massive. So
We'll talk about that. I know you have a lot to say.
Yeah.
But let me go for a quick break and I'll be right back. Show sponsored by Nana One Shoes, Shabak or Shabarage Photography, Papa Law Farms. Stick and stay right here. I'll be right back.
Can you bring the wafa? Simpower way now winya. Yamin Shira, Mamani Paya, the Foa, and Yanum. Yafanya Misroya, Jumana, Yami Besrayan, O'Brien, Boya, Yamoya Murae, Abeya, Fianara, Amabeya, Fianara, Yanoma, Asita,
Yamoya bra ye ebe ye a efiminu mienu ara 7:55 a.m. GMT in the studios of Papa Law Radio. The show is Mpɔtam Morning Show with Papa Law Perfect and my co-host David Santos. Show produced by Jude GH. I want you to hit the share button, share the broadcast on your page, on your timeline, send the link to your friends. I want you to go on our website, www.papalawmedia.com, and also follow us on modernghana.com and onlineradiobox.com. We're streaming globally. We're streaming everywhere. which part of the globe, wherever you find yourself, don't forget that this is Papa Law Radio, and the show is Mpɔtam Morning Show. What's happening in the dailies?
Right, so it's time for us to bring you the top stories on the front page of the newspapers this morning.
Okay.
And I'm starting with the Daily Graphic.
Daily Graphic, the
Okunini.
And the authoritative
Okunini.
Newspaper.
You dear, if I'm always having you on the show, I know I will by all means speak good tree. But these people,
my white people will say tree.
yeah.
Tree. It's a tree. So it's tree.
Okay, tree.
All right. Okunini.
Yeah. Okunini.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
On the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have Ghana to reap full benefit from lithium.
Lithium.
Lithium, yeah.
Okay.
President
Lithium is one of the minerals. God has, you see, lithium
serious
is uncommon globally. It's one mineral you cannot easily find.
Yes.
It's scarce.
Yeah.
Even on the continent of Africa, you have few countries who have lithium.
Not every country.
Here in a case where God has graced Ghana,
serious.
bitumen, rubber, coffee, cocoa, oil, gas,
Almost everything.
water bodies,
Everything.
timber. Mention it and I will tell you. Bauxite, gold, silver.
We have them.
Manganese. All these minerals are given to us by the creator, free of charge.
Yes.
Yet, Ghana is always carrying his begging cap or her begging cap. They claim Ghana is a female. So, I'm a Ghana. So, her.
Motherland.
So, we are carrying our cap, begging cap, and we keep begging almost every now and then. Now we are being told that we are going to reap full benefit from lithium. Let's hope so.
Yeah, so that is coming from President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo pledges at Graphic Dialogue. Yes, so that
I can see his photograph there with Honorable Abu Jinapo. Yes, I can
so
see.
he's there.
That young man, now looking like an old man.
He's the
minister for lands and natural resources.
Is he young, but the
He's
pressure
growing older. Some positions are tough. In fact, he used to be the caretaker minister for trade and industry. Yeah. Yeah, Ministry for Trade and Industry. Yeah. He used to be the caretaker one until Katie Hammond took over. You can imagine Katie Hammond manning a very sensitive ministry like Ministry for Trade and Industry. We'll live to see.
Yeah, okay, so that's just by the way. And also we have Senate expand coverage to self-employed. And then, yeah.
So if we are included, we will be very glad. Those of us who are not government workers.
Yeah.
I have always been heralding that we have to drum home the belief that yes, even though there are people who are not government workers, but to have a leverage, we have to import them onto their scheme as well.
Okay.
And it will inure to their own benefit because a lot of them will be contributing as SNET contributors.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Most of these private,
companies or
workers are not on the SNET scheme.
Oh, but I thought this is not only for the government institution. They are all part. Now that they are expanding it.
Their coverage to self-employed.
Okay.
You can do the contribution, but I'm talking about the scheme where you go with all the benefits.
Okay.
The government officials have more benefits than you, the individual contributor.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Also, commit to environmental action for sustainable future. That is Graphic MD urges stakeholders.
One of the things that I have always been saying is the fact that the Galamsey fight, we have lost it.
We have lost it.
we have lost it long ago. It's just a political talk now. But the very people who are into Galamsey are people in government and people who were previously in government. I'm telling you.
So should
That is the reality.
okay.
So it makes it difficult to fight this canker. I'm telling you.
Okay, so should the fight of Galamsey be
The
taken from
the one who is
the
going to enforce
political-
the law, he himself is already into it.
Okay. So
The
how
enforcers of the law are into it.
so how will you
And
do
they
the right job?
control almost every part of the security. So how do you deal with this menace called Galamsey?
But-
And I told you that the meaning of Galamsey is gather and sell.
Gather
Gather and sell.
and
That's the
sell.
meaning.
Papa.
Yeah, our people just want to say it fast, so they say Galamsey.
Galamsey.
It's gather and sell.
It's meaningful. I can see that. Also, we have natural resources must be managed responsibly. You can see a team at the.
It's just a talk.
It's
It's just a talk. One of those talks.
yeah. Okay, so away from the Daily Graphic, we are moving to the Chronicle. On the front page of the Chronicle, we have new Ghana National Petroleum Corporation headquarters in Tadi nears completion. That is what the Chronicle also is saying there. And then President called.
I am of the view that we have to get to a point where almost everybody will do his possible best to do something.
Okay.
We must work.
Okay.
Moving GNPC headquarters, new GNPC headquarters in Tadi nears completion. Effort move. I believe that we have to decentralize our so-called
Thank you.
how do you call it, regional offices,
Offices.
national offices.
Okay.
We have to spread them across.
All the regions.
Yes, Nigeria did it and it has worked.
Yes.
Moving the administrative capital from Lagos to Abuja.
Yes, and that
And Abuja unofficially look like or is the business capital of Nigeria. So I think we have to move the people.
I
from
agree with I agree with you 100% because sometimes I believe that
the
even
traffic situation and all
yes
that we can avoid
alone
all that.
sometimes they pack those things at one region which is causing a lot of traffic because if you look at the 16 regions that we are having where they pay tax most is coming from Greater Accra.
That's right.
The second one is coming from Ashanti region.
That's right.
The rest of them they are just paying 2, 3 and it's not helping and
That's right.
I'm not putting the blame on them because the companies that we have they don't like as you said we have to
Have to
expand
decentralize
yes
them.
so that
right.
every region will also have something to do. Okay, so that is what is coming from the Chronicle. And then President called for a prudent management of newly found mineral resources. So that is what he's
Let's
saying.
go to the publisher.
Okay, the publisher says government
Prioritizing resources value addition.
says
Says Ekufuado.
yes.
If we prioritize our resources, it will be a great move.
Fantastic.
But the problem with
Is the
Ghana
management.
is the management of our resources. Prioritizing it is not the issue, Mr. President. Respectfully, prioritizing all these natural resources, blah blah blah, and all that, and the resources, whatever. The interest is not there. The management of it and the enforcement of the law will get things done. All right.
So we have problem when it comes to management, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Agri House Foundation launches 2023.
No, I like this story. Let's touch on this one. Court throws out ASEAN's jail application.
Yeah.
Remember the case of Capital Bank.
Yes.
Forcing ASEAN, forcing
ASEAN, yeah.
You know about this collapse of this core banks and all that. There were falsification of account and monies transferred to
He was
unknown
involved,
sources and all that. So he had been charged, and he was asking the court through his lawyers to give him a timeline and a process to go about paying the 60 million
remaining
Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
And the court just threw the case out. I pray that Duffuor's case will also not be thrown
Out
through
like
the
that.
windows. He said Duffuor's case frivolous. NDC
The
tells
High Court. Yeah. Then
All right, so let's go to Daily Guide.
Daily Guide. Okay, on the front page of the Daily Guide, it says tragedy at Wager, 9 school kids drawn. There, then Baumia impressed with GNPC Tardy project. Nana calls for unity in Galamsey fight. Which of the Nana?
The Nana, maybe you know.
Ajwa Safo returns to MPP. That is what the Daily Guide is.
Report.
Yes, it's also reporting on the front page. The Auto Asians freedom in limbo. I don't know whether we can go to the Metro Lens. It's the same thing. They are talking about the GNPC
That's right.
completion, and so that is what is also there so far.
All right, so thank you very much, Vivi Santos, my co-host. All right, so very soon I'll be speaking with this doctor, the medical doctor, very intelligent doctor. We are going to speak to one issue what would like him to educate us on LGBTQIA plus. Is going to talk to us about the medical aspect, the psychological aspect, and all that. So, I have on the line Dr. Brefo Apple Leslie. He's a medical doctor at Standard Clinic in Koforidua. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, boss. How are you?
Doc.
Hello. Good
Hello.
morning. Hello. Good morning.
All right, so we lost him. We'll try and reconnect with Dr. Brefo Apple Leslie. We would like to advise you to share. We encourage you to hit the share button, share. Dr. Brefo Apple Leslie. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, boss.
Doc.
Hello.
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 All right, so Doc.
Hello. Yes.
Good morning. How are you
morning.
doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm bouncing around. How's the family?
Everyone is fine.
All right. So welcome to Papa Law Radio and Mpɔtam Morning Show.
Thank you.
Doc, we would like to ask you a few questions concerning the LGBTQIA plus, and with your permission, I would like to read something briefly from the profile of the LGBT.
Okay.
All right. LGBT is an initialism that stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. In use since the 1990s. Initialism, as well as of its common variant, functions as an umbrella, a term for certain sexualities and gender identities.
Okay.
The LGBT term is an adaptation of the initialism LGB, which began to replace the term gay or gay and lesbian in reference to the broader LGBT community beginning in the mid to late 1980s. When not inclusive of transgender people, the short term LGB is still used instead of LGBT. It may refer to anyone who is non-heterosexual or non-cisgender instead of exclusively to people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. To recognize this inclusion, a popular variant, LGBTQ, as the letter Q for those who identify as queer or are questioning their sexual or gender identity. The initialism LGBT or GLBT are not agreed to by everyone that they may supposed to include. Doctor, this is initialism of soup. On a more serious note, who is a gay, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and all that? Doc, with your permission, can you explain all these to us?
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to greet my patients and your listeners.
That's right.
When we say someone is a gay, a male or a man who is sexually attracted exclusively to people or of the same sex or gender. So a man attracted to a man sexually is termed as a gay.
Okay.
And a lesbian is a woman who is sexually or romantically attracted to another woman. Is termed as a lesbian.
Okay. So who is a transgender, bisexual, and asexual and all that? Because we have a lot of them.
When we say someone is a transgender,
a
transgender is someone whose gender identity does not correspond with the sex they are assigned at birth.
Okay.
So we will give birth to a male. Okay. You find a male, but you see that the male reproductive part is a female.
Okay.
The transgender, right?
Yes.
You are talking of transgender.
Yes,
so
please.
A transgender is someone whose gender identity does not correspond with the sex they are assigned to at birth.
Okay.
So someone, they came up as a male, and growing up, he or she tries to change the gender. A male trying
to become female,
gender,
and a female becoming male.
Yes, and a female becoming a male.
Okay.
Is a transgender.
Okay.
When we talk of intersex, these are people with genitals that does not fit into a male or a female sex.
Okay.
Binary. So their genitals might not match their reproductive organs. For example, a girl with penis.
Okay.
There are people like that. So that is intersex.
Oh, really? In reality?
Yes, in reality.
Doc, what causes that?
Oh, it's hormonal changes and these birth disorder and the rest. You get it?
Wow.
So
a female having a male genital organs.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, and a male having a vagina. Yes.
A male having a vagina.
Yes.
And Doc, you've seen some of them before.
Of course, once.
Wow.
One before. Yeah.
That's amazing.
She was a female and she had a male sexual organ. Yes.
So these people have a reason why they behave that way, right?
No. When we talk of these intersex people, they behave normally. If they come as female, you see them with their female characteristics. But interfemales, they have their organs changing. Intersex, they have their organs changing. So that is it. And we have people like bisexual. Bisexual is people who have the sexual attraction to both males and females.
Okay.
So the person can have an attraction to a male, and the same person can have an attraction to a female. So he or she will be married, but having an affair with
a man or a woman. Okay.
Yes, gender. That is it.
Okay. So Doc, I'm interested with the intersex. Somebody, a man having female genital organs, or a male having a female having male genital organs.
Yes.
How do we correct that? Is there a way to correct that?
Oh, normally surgically they can correct it surgically, but normally we leave them.
Wow.
Because we leave them.
Amazing.
So in Ghana here we don't have
the equipment to do that.
Yes, so normally we leave them, and they live their normal lives.
So how do they enjoy that amorous relationship or their sex life?
The one I said I know about, she's dead, but she opened up and she never got married. Yes.
Wow.
She adapted.
So some grow with it. They grow with it. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. I remember when we were in the boarding house, some people decide not to uh, bait with a lot of people. They always have to hide. When you are done, then they come in. So maybe at the time there were suspicions.
There was
Anyway,
suspicion, yes.
wow, wow, wow. So I hope you are not referring to hermaphrodites.
Hermaphrodite, that's intersex, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Previously, that's the name that we used to give them.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
hermaphrodite. Yes.
All right. So, Doc, who is the queer, or who are the queers?
Oh, these people, a queer is a term for a general term. Let me say a bigger term that is for people who are not heterosexual or who are being sexually attracted to the opposite sex. So people who are not sexually attracted to the opposite sex. So these are the gays, the lesbians, all put together under one umbrella. They are called the queer. Yes.
Okay. That's beautiful. What does someone know, or how does someone know if they are gay? And is there an age limit to know when you become a gay?
How does someone knows if he is a gay or a
That's
lesbian, right?
That's right.
Okay. If you have conflicting sexual feeling, let me explain. You have some signs and symptoms that you yourself. I'm going to go through some questionnaires. That when you ask yourself, and then you have yes, then it seems you are becoming a gay or a lesbian. So if you have these questions, have I ever been sexually attracted to the same sex? If it is yes, if you ask this question, have you ever been attracted to the same sex? And the answer is yes. Then it seems you are becoming a gay or a lesbian. Do you feel strong, or do you have strong emotional bonds to the same sex? Are you physically attracted to the same sex? Have you considered having a sexual relationship with someone of the same sex? So if these questionnaires, if the answers are yes, yes, then we can see that you are falling into the category of a gay or a lesbian. Yes, please.
Okay. So are you born LGBTQIA? Are people born like that?
No.
But that's the argument there.
Yes, that's what they are saying. But there is no single gene responsible for a person being a gay or a lesbian. Because research has shown that sexuality cannot be pinned down by biology or physiology or life experiences. Because human sexual attraction is decided by all these. So this means genes play a small and at times a limited role in determining sexuality. So it is not a genetic factor.
So, Doc, if I understand you, your genital organs alone cannot determine whether you are male or female.
Or that one, if you are asking of the genital organ determining your being male or female, that is the intersex you are asking. Yes, that one can not only determine your genital organ cannot determine if you are a male or a female. Yes.
Yeah, I asked because of the intersex. Because if I'm a
then
man,
you are very interested in the intersex.
That's right. Because a lot of people.
What we have is some people will come with let's say a male reproductive organ, but they will be having these female characteristics. You get it? So these people, if you go to and they have these things and you investigate and they have, you term them as males, but they are having these male reproductive.
That's right.
They are having the female characters. Yes, but they are females. You get it? So if you go to the hermaphrodite, they have them like that. Some of them do have two sex organs, the hermaphrodites. Yes, they have the male and the female. But we have
at the same time.
Yes, but we have one that is dominant. That is dominant. That is the one that is being used the most. You get it? So maybe a person with both the vagina and the penis, and the one that is dominant is the penis. If the one that is dominant is the penis, then the person is a male. We classify the person as a male. So if the one that is dominant is the vagina, then we classify the person as a female.
Wow.
That is it.
This is good education.
So,
I'm
so
really
back to
educated today.
back to are you born LGBTQ
That's
or
right.
whatever? So this means that genes play a smaller role or a limited role in
Okay.
determining sexuality. So
Okay.
you are not born with it. Yes.
So is it a choice? It means it's a
Yes,
choice.
it's people's choice. You
Okay.
can decide whether to do it or not. It's your own choice.
Are there any people of color who are gay?
Okay, research has shown that yes. The question is yes.
Okay.
There are people of color who are gay. Research has shown that if you take, let me say, 20 people who are gay, you have 12% to be black and 60% to be white.
Okay.
So most especially the white are more, let me see,
So much into it. Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So are there chances, looking at research and then records, are there chances that one day the rules might change for us to have a lot of Africans or even at par with the whites?
Oh, that one I can't answer because I don't know.
I asked because looking at the
I
trend lately and the way
how
people are
people
pushing for us to
pushing for it.
legalize it for them, and we are at the anti-type who are
Yes.
speaking against,
I
and there
think
are
we will still oppose it.
that's right.
Still oppose it, so it won't get to that. We will
That's right.
still oppose it because you see, Africans and we have this religious background,
That's
strong
right.
religious background, and based on that, it will not be possible for us to accept it. So we will oppose it. That's it.
Doc, if you care to know, with your permission, Western Regional priest to embark on a campaign to support anti LGBTQ plus bill. There are a number of priests in the Western region who were on May 18th, that is come next week, hit the street of Sekondi and Takoradi to protest against LGBTQ rights in Ghana. So in Ghana, it's either we are going for it or we are going against it. And per what I just read, there are some Christians and even Muslims who are vociferous about this whole campaign that it won't happen because the Bible frowns on that, and then the Quran also frowns on that. So that is the leverage we are having. I think both the two major religious sects are pushing against the legalization of LGBTQ plus in Ghana, or their rights in Ghana. So I on that score, I'll be with you on the same wavelength. I think you are right. If a girl plays with boys all the time or a boy plays with girls, does that make them gay?
If a boy plays with
Boys all the time, or a boy playing with girls all the time? Because
no, that doesn't make them gay.
Okay.
That doesn't make them gay.
Because in school we used to have one fine gentleman who walk like a man and all that. I mean,
normally people who work like ladies, let me put it that way. If you associate yourself with them a lot, you start talking like them. That also they are doing things like them. So you will start exhibiting these feminine characteristics. Yes. So that doesn't make you a gay. And as you said, in school, back in the days, we have people who used to work like females. You get it? They are not gays. No.
Okay.
They are not gays.
Okay.
Yes. So if you play with a girl, if you're a boy and you play with girls, you will not be a gay. If you are a girl and you play with boys, you are not going to be a lesbian. No.
All right. Doc, I read somewhere a questionnaire set for one young lady who wanted to join the LGBTQIA plus, and one of the questionnaires was that she actually asked, can animals also be gays and lesbians? And they claim they have research, and the research findings indicate that sometimes animals also last after their kind or the same kind. So they are using that assertion to build or drum home their belief in the LGBTQ right, that yes, animals lust after their kind, and
It's
so
true.
human beings can also lust. If I'm a man, I can also lust after a man. What's your take on that?
It's true. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Animals also do that.
Can be lesbians and
Can be lesbians and
and
gays.
gays. Okay.
Because research from Bruce Bagenel that says that same-sex behavior comprising of courtship, sexual life, pair bonding has been documented
Okay.
in over 450 species of animals worldwide. And you've seen that, yes, animals can also be gay and
Okay.
lesbian.
Okay.
Okay, it's a choice.
That's right.
So it's a choice. You can't.
That's
If
right.
animals are doing, no, come on.
That's right. All right. So, Doc, this one is a clinical issue or a medical
Okay.
issue. Can doctors make someone straight?
Can doctors make someone straight?
Yes.
Okay, this question it comes in so many folds that I have to try as much as possible
Okay.
and answer it.
That's fine.
You see, as we said, being a gay or a lesbian is a choice.
That's right.
One, I'm taking it from this perspective. You've identified yourself, or mistakenly you find yourself in that act, and you want to be straight. When we say someone is straight, it's a person who is sexually attracted to the opposite sex. You get it?
That's right.
So, so if you want it to be corrected and you go to the hospital, we can let you see the psychologist so that they sit you down and talk to you.
Okay.
That plays a role. So they can talk to you and psychologically you can be fine. So as it's a choice, if you go home and you decide to adhere to what we tell you, fine. If you want to stick to your thing, that's
your
it.
belief.
So doctors, yes, can play a role. They cannot treat.
Okay.
That is it. That is my take on it.
Okay.
So they can play a role in treating them, but they cannot. It's not like, let's say, malaria that we can treat. So psychologically, we can send you to a psychologist, or we can take you through some counseling session.
Okay.
But as it's a choice, we don't have. Thank you.
Why do gays and lesbian people have rainbow flags or rainbow stickers? What does it mean?
Their colors.
Okay.
Okay. Research has shown that they have their own meanings.
Okay.
They are pink. They
have the pink triangle.
Yes, they have the pink. They have the pink triangle, which has shown that it's a symbol for them, their community.
Okay.
And I learned it's a part of shame, but now it's their symbol of self-identity. That's what it is.
Okay.
So it's their symbol of self-identity. So that when they are there and you see that symbol, you can identify them easily. That's the pink of the triangle. Now, the rainbow has pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. The pink stands for sex. The red stands for life. The orange stands for healing. The yellow color there stands for sunlight.
Okay.
The green stands for nature.
Okay.
The blue stands for harmony. And the violet stands for spirit.
Wow.
That's from research, the small research I made.
Wow.
That's what I found out.
Wow. In fact, I like wearing pink shirts. So the day I got to know, I said, no wonder people were just looking at me, because I was looking so smart. And I was wondering whether because I was looking smart or another thing.
No. You see, as you said, it is their identity.
That's right.
Their pink triangle is their identity. So if you put on pink, it doesn't mean you are with them.
Okay.
Because pink is our color too. We can also put on pink. So if it is their color, if you put on pink, that's not the identity. Or that doesn't mean you are LGBTQ.
That's right.
So it's a color. A shirt color can be used by any other person. Yes, but they have it. They have it's a symbol that they use. Yes.
That's beautiful.
They have a pink triangle. The normal triangle is I don't know how to
demonstrate it.
Google,
that's fine.
Yes, you can Google a pink triangle and see how deers
look like.
Yes.
Okay. I think before they came, we were so. Penny the penny.
Penny the penny.
Since time immemorial, we were the Methuselahs before they came. They are now trying to be Methuselahs in the making.
All right.
Doc, finally, is this LGBTQIA plus community a psychological issue, clinical issue, medical issue? What is it? Finally.
It's their own choice. It's people's choice.
Okay.
So that one I can't classify it as a psychological issue, as a medical issue. Because
right.
It's people's
It's about choice.
Yes. So they can decide to go there. Yes, it's their choice.
All right.
Yeah.
Doc, the whole Ghana and the world is listening to you. Your final words.
Okay.
Any health tips for us?
Okay. Now I will talk about hypertension.
Okay.
Of late, you've seen that people are losing guard on the measures on hypertension. I think you have to give me a platform for me to talk on hypertension.
Yes. Hopefully next week. Yes, next week Monday. Yes. Yeah, we'll discuss that.
A lot of patients, a lot of people are dying from hypertension. So I think we have to check our BP regularly.
That's right.
And it's going to help us all. If we do that, it's going to help us a lot.
Okay.
We have to try as much as possible and reduce salt intake. We have to try as much as possible and reduce animal fat intake.
Okay.
We have to eat fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
We have to do things in order to reduce in weight.
Okay.
Like regular exercises, brisk walking can help.
Okay.
So we have to also reduce alcohol consumption, avoid or quit smoking. And if you have this HPT, you try. That's HPT is for hypertension. You try as much as possible and complete your medication.
Wow.
If we do this, I think it's going to save us all from hypertension. Thank you very much.
Wow. Doc, thank you very much. We are so grateful. You've really educated us, especially on the LGBTQIA+. We are so grateful, and more importantly, on hypertension. We'll make sure that we fix some days for you so that you give us health tips in the course of our morning show. Because a lot of people listen to radio in the morning. That was Dr. Brefo Apau Leslie. He's a medical doctor. He's with Standard Clinic in Koforidua. God bless you, Doc. We are grateful. Thank you for speaking with us on Mpɔtam Morning Show on Papalo Radio. The name remains Papalo Perfect. I'm going for a short commercial.
Papalo Radio.
When I'm back,
straight up,
I have a lot for you. Stick and stay right here.
Asampayetia Obayansa fusu wo munibia wanka na asam Sema futu sam kakre wa asupeme Yo kofi oh man ya woman Omani Yamana, Geni baby, Ako, Wata, Zayawa.
What are you doing to uphold the integrity of this nation? Let's push the agenda and get things done the right way. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from every evil. For thine is thy kingdom, the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen and amen. And then Ghana has a pledge. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana. So what are you doing to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana? God have mercy. David Santos,
Director General.
Ghana there ni papa.
Serious.
So here said ya titi of minor pansamoa.
Oh.
Avreho.
Papa.
We share said the ba ufifie na ba. We share said the cars abo boss of traffic.
Serious.
Major road.
Yeah.
Traffic in kwa. Na traffic in echino. Yasa kwa ye tax ne niyama bibiri wunwurai. A quine so ye nimpasa quine ni so. I will see a BM so ye me.
Debbie. And even kit when cry, I won't cry. Be so a parking a cars. Parky walk quine musa.
Then ni pay walk ye major road so keke.
Rough.
They said what a traffic prone area. Just pray that you wouldn't have any emergencies because when you emergency, chances are that you lose your life before you get to the health facility.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
telling you.
yes.
The traffic situation
Alone.
is too much. But if we can do the Pokwasi interchange, why can't we do others?
That is the issue. You know, the money that are being allocated for all those things,
They will squander it.
Yes.
And
Look at
do
the-
a short deep work.
Yes. Look at the time they were able to complete this Pokwasi interchange.
Interchange.
Yes. That should tell you that if you want to do
before
another one,
before the motorways own, we used to have small roundabout, a whole motorway, major road to Togo, Benin, Nigeria, and the likes.
okay.
This road, I'm talking about motorway before. It was just a roundabout. Motorway roundabout.
This-
That's why
this-
we used to call it motorway roundabout.
Roundabout,
And the
okay.
roundabout was so small that at a point they had to do renovation around this small roundabout. At the time, I'm telling you.
Then time.
Yes, it was
And
a
even-
roundabout.
Oh.
And I remember when they were doing that renovation, it took them almost a month and come and see the traffic situation there until they did this. So if this one has eased the traffic,
Okay.
why can't we do others? Look at the Michelle Camp Road.
Very bad.
But do you know that it's going to be an economic hub? Because there are a lot of companies there.
Yes, yes.
Akosombo, Senche,
To
and
that place.
people are buying facilities. A lot of companies are sprouting left, right, center there.
This morning.
And we still begging to build our own roads.
Very serious.
God have mercy. All right, so do you know what is happening this Sunday?
This Sunday.
Any idea about Sunday? What's
Yes,
happening?
yes.
What
This
do you know about Sunday?
Sunday is going
This
to
coming
be
Sunday.
Yeah, this coming Sunday. We have agreed to it that we are giving it to mothers. So that day is going to be. It will be 14th, which is this coming Sunday. We are celebrating our mothers. Mothers. We are celebrating good mothers. You said from the beginning that. But I would like
So
to
who is
ask.
a mother?
So,
So
no,
who is-
I want
who is
to.
a mother?
I want to ask you first. I want to ask you first, and then later on, I'll bring myself.
Some mothers are just carrying the titles. They are not mothers.
But you said they are mothers.
Some can get you pregnant, or they can be impregnated. You can be in their womb and everything. When you are out of the womb,
Something else.
they hate you. I know mothers who hate their own children.
So those people, they are not
They
part
are
of
not
the
mothers.
celebration.
No. Why should I celebrate a wicked mother? A mother does not mean somebody who has given birth biologically or through biology. The
Okay.
process. So you know how women get pregnant. So that's what I'm talking about, biology.
Oh, okay.
Aha. So dingy. When there is a dingy,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Then there will be production. And once there is production, you will be called a son or a daughter or a mother.
A mother.
So it's both ways. A mother, a child, or a mother, son or daughter. So a mother is not only about somebody who goes through biology to break forth. There are people who have adopted children who love them like something. There are people who have also not adopted people, but they are playing their role as mothers. And there are even fathers who play a role of a mother. So, yes. So
Wow.
those people, we celebrate them.
Okay.
There are some who have lost their parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some who were adopted in the
Adopted.
course of their journey of
Yeah.
life. And then those who have lost their mother, but their father is playing double role. The role of a father
And
the
a
role
mother
of a
too.
mother.
Yeah.
Yes, and there are some whose fathers are no more, but the mother is playing the role of a father and then a mother. So basically, mother goes beyond just title.
Yeah, sure.
Those titular stuffs doesn't add up to anything. So if you're a mother and you are listening to me, I want you to know that you've been a blessing to your kids or to this generation. And I encourage every Tom, Dick, and Harry to celebrate the mother because mothers are very scarce. Why is it that most of the time our mothers are loved and fathers are hated?
Another issue.
You say,
No,
And-
but it's
they have a nice way of doing it. Mothers will always do their possible best for us to hate them and make sure that when you go wrong,
yeah.
they will tell you when your father comes, you will see.
You see.
And so they always push the anger and everything to the fathers.
Yeah.
So when we come and we discipline the kids see their parents as angels.
Okay.
And they see the fathers as demons. And so
But it changes. I don't know whether it happens.
Producer will play a sweet mother
To
I don't go forget
get you.
So some mothers can be forgotten because they were wicked from childhood. They can whip you with so many lashes.
Yes.
But my mother was a good mother, even though she was a disciplinarian. You know, disciplinarians are most of the time misconstrued.
Okay.
Yes, we misconstrued them, and my mother is wicked. No, but my mother was a disciplinarian.
Okay.
She was bringing the best out of me. She was always pushing that I become a good boy, and this is how far I've come.
You've come.
Most of the time when I'm online, my mother is on. When I'm doing prayer, she's
mother is
on
on.
praying. Yeah.
Wow.
She's a very lovely mother. So this is what I wrote
As
for
at
my mom.
this age, your mother is still monitoring.
I'm telling you, monitoring everything about me, including what you are thinking. So
I'm not thinking
I
anything.
don't know what you are thinking. So this is what I wrote for my mother on Mother's Day. I love my mom. No one is 100% perfect.
When you finish with this, I'll just do editing.
No problem.
Take off your mother's name and inject mine there.
No problem. So I love my mom. No one is 100% perfect. However, she's perfect for her children. We are just two anyway. We have the one, my kid sister. She's a lawyer. She's with Senate in Kumasi. Sis, I know you are watching. A big shout out to you. God bless you.
Yeah.
He said she's reliable. My mother is reliable. A mother must be reliable.
Thank you.
She's accountable. My mother is accountable to us, even when we ask her questions that are out of track. We say foolish questions. She will still be accountable unto us, answer all the questions. She's a stone cold giver. She will give you everything you want, but when it matters, she's loving. Oh my God, she's caring. She's prayerful. She's God-fearing, etc. You can add yours. Happy Mother's Day to a woman who transformed my life. In fact, but my mother tried aborting me.
Yeah.
And she's aware that I say all these things all the time.
Yeah.
Because
Most of us, most of the people don't know.
Because when you are firstborn, the challenge is so much on your parents, especially the mothers. And sometimes they are forced to, have a lot in their mind. And So, happy Mother's Day to Oba Abena Komabuati Papa Biko Florida Flowers. On said that, may God bless you with good health, long life, and every great thing. Enuabna, you are dearly missed. Thanks for your love and care for us, Kwabina, and then Ajoa. We are grateful. On this special day, we say, God bless you and we love you with all our heart. So you can, let me tell viewers and listeners to also send in their
we need them
comments, Mother's Day wishes here on this exalted platform, and I read them to their hearing. So shout out to your mother.
Yes, it's my turn now. So yes, coming Sunday is Mother's Day.
That's right.
And so for us, we want to start the Mother's Day from today to Sunday.
Yeah, because Sunday will not be here.
It will not be here, and so we are doing it. Yeah. When we come on Monday, we'll just come and do belated Mother's Day to them. So we are doing it from today. And so happy Mother's Day to my own mom.
That's right.
And my mom is a protector.
That's right.
A helper.
That's right.
A blessing. A comforter.
That's right.
In fact,
my mother is my partner in crime. We gossip about my dad, we gossip about my sis, we talk about everything, including what you are thinking.
Why is it that including what I'm thinking?
I don't want to know what you are thinking, but I know you are thinking
No,
something.
I'm just listening to what you are saying. I'm not thinking about anything.
All right, so happy Mother's Day to the producer's mother.
Yes.
Who I'm here to meet. Madam Gifty. She said, "Good morning, Papa and your team. Keep up with the good work. Always educative and informative." Yes, the most educative and authoritative and authentic platform on radio is Papa Law Radio.
Straight up.
Mpɔtam morning show. We don't just make noise.
No.
We educate the people. Today,
Exactly.
we had to read out the NDC's constitution.
Yes.
We have to call Dr. Brefo to educate us on LGBT. So it's not about politics, but today almost every platform is politics, sensations,
from morning
insults,
to
and all
evening.
that. And so thank you for your kind words and felicitations, Madam Gifty Anane. God bless you. And let me send your birthday wishes to your mothers. Let me read them. Birthday wishes to Madam Gifty's mom, who I'm here to meet, and then Ohineba Kofi Prince. Hey, it's Ohineba.
I'm watching you live.
That guy watching live. Mr. Watching you live.
Live, yes.
Say yeah, Monfa Dini friend.
PhD holder.
That's right. All the staff and management. Eric Mens will wish you a speedily recovery.
Yeah.
Speedily recovery, boy. And all right, so Mother's Day is a celebration honoring the mother of the family or individual, as well as motherhood, maternal bonds, and the influence of mothers in society. It is celebrated on different days in many parts of the world. So the Americans, I think they celebrated their own last week or so. It differs, but in Ghana, it's the second Sunday of every month. Most commonly in the month of March or May, it complements similar celebrations honoring family members such as Father's Day, Siblings Day. Oh, we are yet to find out. Ghana don't celebrate these ones, but me, I do in my own small way. And Grandparents' Day, interesting. You know, grandparents are just wonderful, souls. They pamper us. They give us the best. They make sure we are safe and all that. So, while some countries have a multi-century history of a day to celebrate mothers,
so we only celebrate only one.
One
which
day.
is the Mother's Day.
Yes,
but
yes.
we have grandparents and grandfathers.
Yeah, we have those days.
Oh,
Also
then we have.
aside.
We will implement it.
Yes, we will try our best and do
we will
that.
do that. Yeah.
At the end of the day, Mother's Day are celebrated more than Father's Day. We'll talk about
We'll
that
talk
later.
about it, yeah.
And see why Honorable Engineer Kwesi Taylor will answer that question.
Okay.
Why are Mother's Day celebrated more than Father's Day? Is it because the fathers are wicked, irresponsible, and all that? We'll talk about that.
You've explained
but
it.
I also believe, yes, but I also believe that some women makes some men irresponsible. Some women, okay, all right. So, Kingdom FM, Mr. Joseph Corte is monitoring from another studio. Great show.
Wow.
All right, God bless you.
God
Thank
bless you. Shout out to
He's
you.
a great man. I mean, he's been a blessing to Papa Law Radio. He's been helping us to get connected to some of these great men on our land to speak to issues. Happy Mother's Day to my mom, Grace Halimatu. That is from, I don't know if I mentioned it well, Halimatu, for always guiding us, and also to the mother of my kids. I love them so much. That is so lovely and romantic from Jude GH. Is giving shout out to the wife and then the mother, Grace Halimatu. All right, so a big shout out to woman like Deb all the way in Massachusetts, United States of America, and then to Mame Ata Ajua. What a wonderful mother she is.
I wish I can meet her because she's always online monitoring us, comment and all that. We thank you so much.
One of these days. In fact, she's the CEO of Lotte Law Balloon Decor.
Oh
yes, she's the CEO.
But Papa, you didn't. You didn't tell us so.
So I've informed you. Now you know. All right, so let me continue with this one. While some countries have a multi-century history of a day to celebrate mothers, the modern American version of the holiday began in the United States in the early 20th century at the initiative of Anna Jarvis, who organized the first Mother's Day service of worship and celebration at Andrews Methodist Episcopal Church in Grafton, West Virginia, which serves as the International Mother's Day Shrine today. Shrine. Okay. It is not directly related to the many traditional celebrations of mothers and motherhood that have existed throughout the world over thousands of years, such as the Greek cult to Cybele, the mother deity Rhea, the Roman festival of Hilaria, or the other ecclesiastical Modern Sunday celebration associated with the image of Mother Church. However, in some countries, Mother's Day is still synonymous with these older traditions. The American version of Mother's Day has been criticized for having become too commercialized. Jarvis herself, who began the celebration as a liturgical observance, regretted this commercialization and expressed that this was never her intention. In response, Constance Smith successfully advocated for Mother's Sunday as a commemoration of a broader definition of motherhood in many other parts of the English-speaking world. In some countries, the establishment of this has become a holiday. The modern holiday was first celebrated in 1907 when Anna Jarvis held the first Mother's Day service of worship at Andrews Methodist Episcopal Church in Grafton, West Virginia. Andrews Methodist Church now holds the International Mother's Day Shrine. All right, so let me move to Mother's Day celebration in Ghana. Mother's Day celebration in Ghana, because you bought them Fifi, so we want to start from home. Mother's Day is celebrated in Ghana on the second Sunday of May each year, just like in many other countries around the world. The day is an opportunity for Ghanaians to honor and appreciate their mothers, grandmothers, and other motherly figures in their lives. In Ghana, Mother's Day celebration typically involve special church services, family gatherings, and the exchange of gifts and cards. Many families will also cook special meals or take mothers out to eat at a restaurant. The day is seen as a time to express love and gratitude to mothers for their sacrifices and hard work in raising children. In recent years, there has been a growing trend towards giving gifts that are handmade or locally sourced rather than buying imported product. This is in line with a wider movement towards promoting local products and supporting Ghanaian businesses. Some organizations and companies also use the occasion to promote gender equality and women's empowerment. For example, the Ghanaian NGO Women in Law and Development in Africa, Duff, has used Mother's Day to raise awareness of issues such as maternal health and women's access to education and job opportunities. In conclusion, Mother's Day is an important celebration in Ghana, providing a platform for Ghanaians to express their love and gratitude towards their mothers and other maternal figures. It is an occasion to come together as families and communities to honor the important role that mothers play in society. So on this note, I would like to say happy Mother's Day to Madame Rose Oseiwusu, affectionately known as Auntie Rose. Auntie Rose, 21 gun salute. I love you so much. God bless you. It's exactly 9 a.m. GMT, a.m. GMT in the studios of Papalo Radio. We're streaming live on www.modernghana.com, onlineradiobox.com. All right, so finally, on the Mother's Day.
Yeah. So You
But as a Ghana for ye celebrate be a ye yetra. Siatrani too much.
yeah, but you were saying that
Especially Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
Father's Day, Mother's Day, and all that. It's like I see you share na brosho. So what can you say about Mother's Day?
Okay, yeah.
The
Mother,
history.
yes. Very fantastic and nice. I like the concept behind
Do you
it.
know there are people celebrating certain occasions without even knowing the history?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the reason why
A lot.
everybody must listen to Papa Law.
Yes,
Here
because
we
before
educate. we talk about we
yes,
educate
we'll
you.
make sure that
we
we throw
inform you.
light on it for you to have a fair idea about that. Mother's Day is not just giving a gift,
That's right.
but rather you can also write a nice quote, call your mother if you are closer to your mother early in the morning. Just wake up your mother and say some sweet words to show that you appreciate everything that she has done for you, and that is so perfect. If you have any gift too, you can give it to your mother to let her know that you are grateful for all that she is doing for you. You can take your mother out on that day. Let your mother feel that yes, she suffered and she
In
has
fact,
been there.
going through the process of pregnancy, women go through a lot. And Mama Bro BBM, including what you are thinking, they go through a lot of pain. When they get pregnant, they go through pain. When they are delivering, they go through pain. Keeping the child in the womb for 9 months, pain. When they go into menstruation, or when they are menstruating, they go through a lot of pain. So on this special note, myself and my team, my co-host David Santos,
Including what you are thinking.
we want to wish all women, all
Women,
mothers,
okay.
all we have women and we have mothers.
Mothers, okay.
Some are just women, but we are talking about mothers.
But
So,
Papa, they said no matter what, it shouldn't be like a woman who gave birth alone.
yeah.
But
Biologically,
anybody,
those who have adopted,
Okay.
those who are playing a role of a mother.
A mother.
We want to use this opportunity to say happy
Happy
Mother's Day.
Day.
I'll go for a break, and when I'm back, I have this great man here. The man is a typology of wisdom and knowledge when it comes to life.
Okay.
He's not just a politician.
Oh.
He goes beyond a politician. He's a philosopher. He's a psychologist. He's an educationist.
Hey.
Honorable Engineer Kwesi
Well loaded.
Atta will be my guest in the studio. Stick and stay right here. The show is Mpɔtam Morning Show with Papa Law Perfect. I'll be right back.
She cover me clouds, say make you sleep, sleep, my pikin no. When I dey hungry, my mother go run up and down. She go find me something where I go chop. Sweet mother, sweet mother, oh, I love you. When I dey sick, my mother go cry. She go say instead when I go die, make she die. You, she go beg God, God help me, oh, God help me, my pikin no. If you no sleep, my mother no go sleep. If you no chop, my mother no go chop. She no dey tire, sweet mother. I no go forget the suffer where you suffer for me, yeah. Sweet mother, sweet mother, oh, I love you. Sweet mother, je n'oublierai jamais tout cette
Sweet mother. We dedicate this song to all mothers across the globe, especially mothers in Ghana. God bless you for keeping us in your womb, bringing us forth, and loving us and accepting us the way we are. Somebody like me, I was so stubborn, but my mother had the patience to groom me, to nurture me, make sure the right thing is done. I have in the studio this great man, Honorable Engineer Akwesi Atta, in the building. Kwesi Taylor. Honorable.
Yes, sir.
What bodini ye? Bema dimpa.
For junior is also.
Honorable Engineer Akwesi Taylor Junior, because the senior is there.
Father.
All right. So, Honorable, you're welcome to Papa Law Radio and Mpɔtam Morning Show.
All right. Thank you.
The last time we met was somewhere, was it February or March?
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, brother.
Please, can you put on your headset for me?
All right.
That's right. That's right.
Papa Lo.
So, Santos, Honorable is here.
Yeah.
And we'll be throwing questions left, right, center, because
A lot.
this man is an epitome of wisdom and knowledge.
Okay.
In fact, he's loaded. Honorable, is your mother alive?
No.
Okay, so what can you say in her absence? Today is Mother's Day. No, Sunday, but
Yeah.
we are celebrating Mothers today because Sunday will not be on radio. So, Honorable, tell us.
You see, one thing I know about mothers. The first person who mentioned the word mother used the word woman.
Okay.
And before he used the word woman, he said, "This is flesh of my flesh and the bone of my bone." But when you go deep into the mind, you ask yourself question, how did he got to know that the name must change?
Okay.
As he found himself, okay, I'm Adam. And nobody else has ever given me a sign that somebody will appear.
Okay.
But the moment he saw the woman, he said, "This is flesh of my flesh and the bone of my bone. Therefore, she will be called woman."
From the womb.
From the
woman.
Yes. But before then, God has already commanded Adam that go and multiply.
That's right.
But men cannot multiply. So this very Mother's Day, I want every man to take the mother or the wife as a woman.
Okay. This is deep.
And when God said, "Go and multiply," he said the woman will become a helper.
A helpmeet.
A helpmate. You understand?
That's right.
Okay. But when you define woman, it's the wealth of man.
Okay. The wealth
of man.
Yes. Wow.
Deep.
Woman, the wealth of man. So women are made very special.
Yeah, they are the multiplication, the machinery of multiplication.
So we produce and then they incubate and bring forth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Multiply.
So without them, there was no way we are going to multiply.
Yeah. So in the wisdom of God, he knew woman. That's why whatever God wanted to do, when woman appeared, he changes everything.
Okay.
So in the realm of the spirit, the enemy also knew the strength of woman.
Okay.
That's why Satan didn't attack
Go
Adam.
to Adam. He went to the woman. Wow. This is deep. How many pastors even know this?
So
don't say so. I said how many pastors know this?
Jesus asked the disciples, "Whom the people say I am?"
I am. That's right.
And it took only Peter.
By the Spirit.
By the Spirit.
So when you are not in the spirit,
That's right.
You can't answer.
No.
Do you understand? So Adam, the mistake Adam made was that he didn't make Eve as the bone of his bone and the flesh
As he
of
proclaimed.
He proclaimed. So where
there were things that needed to have been propounded into her.
Because you have already been instructed to manage the garden.
That's right.
So you have to, being the helpmate of you, you have to also give her the assignment of what you have been told.
Okay.
So that she'll be occupied.
So men have been secretive since Adam.
That's our downfall.
All right, so sweet mother, this song dedicated to every mother. So honorable, why is it that Mother's Day are being celebrated more than Father's Day?
When Rebecca went to the prophet, the prophet said,
"You see,
the junior,
it's all round.
The junior will be
greater.
That's what God has said.
That's right.
Do you understand? But the father was close to God.
Okay.
That is Isaac. Was close to God. But Isaac was not able to recognize it by asking Esau, go and bring me a Venice so that I can bless you.
That's right.
Do you understand? But the mother, being connected to what the prophecy was able to change everything, and God didn't complain. What the mother was doing was not in line with the gospel, but God didn't complain. And Mary was able to trigger the miracles of Jesus for the first time.
He said, my time is not up, but she insisted, bypass Jesus, and went straight to the servant and said, listen, whatsoever this young guy tells you, just do it.
Yeah.
Wow. Because she was foretold about this mystery, that one day you bring forth the Messiah.
Yeah.
And the Messiah is here.
Yeah.
So she trusts that Jesus could perform a miracle at any
but
time.
The Messiah was telling the woman, my time is not yet. But the woman said, do what? And the mystery of woman was that when woman was formed and became a living being,
that's right,
one of the angels got missing in heaven.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is deep.
Yeah.
The archbishops and the likes, the general apostle generals, they don't even know this. Wow. Let me use this opportunity to say happy blessed birthday to one of the generals of our land, father of charismatism in Ghana, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. Today is your birthday. Papa, celebrate to the max. We are humbled. Thank you for empowering some of us. I used to listen to his tape from morning till daybreak, and I have still not stopped. Even though I'm busy, I try my best to listen to some of his message to empower some of us. So thank you, Papa. One of the lions of the land. God bless you. Honorable, let's zoom straight into politics, and then we'll come to the economy. The NDC is going into elections, depending on, I don't always want to say they are going into elections tomorrow, because we know there's been a court injunction. Dr. Duffuor and his team are in court to injunct the election that is coming off tomorrow, 13th of May, 2023. What can you say about the NDC's election and the latest developments? Even though somebody will say Professor Mills, the late Professor Mills will say Duffuor, but this one, because we are in the same soup and anybody can become the leader of this country, we must be concerned about the NDC as well. Even their manifesto, me as a citizen of this land, I need to be interested in their manifesto, because they might come into government. They might come into government. So, Honorable, what your take on that?
My problem is that black man don't want to change.
Black man
don't want to
change.
And they don't have life. Blacks, we don't have life.
So what is life?
Life is living intelligent from experience.
Life is living
intelligent from experience.
From experience.
LIFE.
Wow.
Living intelligent from experience.
That's the full meaning of life.
Yeah.
living
intelligence
from
experience.
Oh, wow. Let me write this one. Wow. This is only on Papalo Radio. Getting to know the full meaning of life. Living intelligence from experience. Amazing. Producer, you write it and then send it to me. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, because when you look at NDC, when the whole revolution started,
we started which back
79, 81 and thereabout. Okay, when you go deep into it, those cadets and those who started with Jerry Rawlings, they are the leaders and the MPs on those who are struggling to become leaders of tomorrow.
Okay.
So they have been groomed, knowing MPs and assemblymen and all those people. They have gone through the drill.
Okay.
But why are they making mistakes?
The latter days saints have taken over.
And the latter days saint, who groomed them?
That's another question for another
Do you understand? Yeah, because you have to prepare people to become like you.
Okay.
You don't just call people to come and start anything. Anybody who you hand over anything to must look like you so that there will be a continuation.
Okay.
So, if Asedin Katia is the chairman, we must all look at from where he started the whole thing and his voices in Ghana politics. So if all this minor mistake, because I saw some picture where a man, Kweku Dia, will be a woman picture, and Amina Setu will be a man's picture. You understand?
That's right.
So how did he take them for? He said they are not serious. Governance is not a joke.
That's right.
I was listening to one of aspirant. He was telling the whole world, because now media is not into the country, it goes far. That
as we are speaking now, we are all over.
Right. Where he wanted to stand as an MP, he said the place belongs to NDC.
Okay.
And they asked him why. He said because they have guns, houses, and airways. So that place belongs
to NDC.
You understand? So I don't know.
On no occasion can we have a gun or a houser voting for MPP. That's what he means.
Yes, that's what he means. And I don't know. I don't know who.
So that is this mindset.
Yes, who asked him to become an MP? And the people, the panel who stood or sat to drain him to know that this man deserved.
The vetting.
The vetting.
He went through it.
Yes. Do you understand?
That's right.
So when you look at the level of the intelligence, to me, somebody may take it, oh, this is normal. But to me, I found that we are not competing with the universal knowledge.
Okay.
We are not competing because whatever we are doing, we should not sit here as a Ghanaians and do it like the way you want to do it.
That's right.
We are competing with the universal
knowledge.
Because whatever we are saying, whether in our local language or whatever you are saying in other language, we have people who have trained themselves to speak those language because they want to know what your plans are.
That's right.
So that they'll find a way to enter. But sitting on the whole TV and saying that, oh, where I'm going to stand, I was very sad. I couldn't sleep last night.
Okay.
Do you understand? And these are the people, if they win the election, they'll become our ministers and
members of parliament.
We don't select people who has already gone through the maturity.
I think this problem can be aligned to the NPP as well. Let's cut across.
You say politics. Oh, you wanted to?
Yeah.
NDC. NDC is what I'm talking about.
So go ahead. I understand you.
Do you understand? It cut across.
That's right.
Now I'm in your shoes.
That's right.
It cut across. But we who have the power must take the decision.
Okay.
But we can only take the decision when we are being trained to understand that before we vote, we must also look into the kind of people
we are voting for. That's a Ghanaian electorate have this mindset.
That's why you and I have to do that.
We need to educate the people.
Yes. Yeah. Because whatever they will do, whatever they will vote for, will have an external effect on our everyday life.
Certainly.
Do you understand? So we by His grace, as we have the access to the radio and television, we have to find a way to educate them.
Honorable, so Honorable Dr. Kwamina Duffuor is in court as we speak. I'm sure by now the case has been caught because the NDC won the case thrown away so that they can go ahead with their elections. How do you see the chances of Dr. Duffuor and then former president? Because the contest is gradually becoming stiffer and tougher between two major candidates. Even though we have Honorable Kojo Bonsu as part of the race is now set between Dr. Duffuor and then former President John Dramani Mahama. What do you say?
You see, the fairness of Ghana politics cannot, what I'm saying that you cannot predict the fairness of Ghana politics.
Okay. You're speaking in general.
Yeah. You see, this very case must not even reach to this point. Duffuor must go through it and understand this kind of issues before even appearing as an NDC aspirant flag bearer. Because Ghana politics, we have gone through it. We knew how people behave, and they don't even see the country first. They see their party and also favoritism, whom we will favor, whether the person will come and deliver or not. He has the name, this and that. Do you understand? But even if he's not able to win the case, he will teach them a little sense.
Okay.
That not all the people, they can be you. Over. Yes. You understand? We have to learn. That's why we're talking about life. We have to learn from our experience. So me, I don't have today in my life. There's no today in my life.
How do you mean?
I was not passing by and you call me. We spoke before today.
Okay.
And whatever I'm saying, I must also look at it that tomorrow there won't be any litigation, legal issues.
Okay.
There won't be anything like people, yesterday I heard of the way you spoke. Do you understand? There will be a judgment tomorrow. So today is a transitional period of what I thought of yesterday and what my tomorrow will become.
Okay.
Today is just a transition because whatever you are doing today, the priorities and whatever you are doing is about what you plan from tomorrow.
Okay.
Yesterday. And what you are doing today.
So today is just manifesting it.
Manifesting and preparing
what you
yourself.
Prepared for yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also trying to prepare yourself to meet tomorrow.
So how do you see the chances of Dr. Duffuor?
That's why I was talking about the fairness.
You know he's going to lose.
I'm not going to predict. I say fairness.
John Dramani Mahama is going to win, former president.
On NDC ticket or what?
Yes.
Fairness.
So you smell some rat there.
Fairness.
You smell some rat, Honorable.
Fairness.
All right, so it's all about fairness. That is Honorable Engineer Kwesi Taylor Jr. He's in the studio, so we are going straight into major conversation. He's a man who knows much about the economy of Ghana. Honorable, when we say economy to a lay person, what do we mean here?
Economy is a science of trade.
Okay.
Generally, economy is a science of trade.
Okay. Okay. That's deep.
Yeah.
So, how do you explain macro and micro? On a lighter note, John Dumelo was asked about micro and macro. He said the one going up and the one coming down. So, I remember, pa. And so, to a lay person, because on this platform, we love to educate, we love to inform our people about what they need to know. We'll talk about the GDP and all that, because people have different perception about some of the terminologies that are being used by or churned out by some of you, the politicians. So I look at Ghana's economy. The Ghanaian economy has been an upward trajectory over the past 3 decades, yet a number of challenges bedeviled growth, redistribution, and sustainability. After 56 years of independence, the need for a formal academic and practitioner forum for engaging minds on the past, present, and future state of the economy has been lurking in the background. The birth of the Ghanaian Journal of Economics is a response to this urgent quest, providing a platform for cutting-edge research on the Ghanaian economy and similar other economies to inform policy design and implementation. Honorable, when you talk about micro and macro, what do we mean here? Before I come to the economics and the policies that drives the economy.
Should I use my own?
Yeah.
Or I go through John DeMello's.
The up and down.
You see, I was saying economy is a science of trade.
That's right.
So before you understand the economy, you have to understand the science.
That's right.
The science will tell you that it's a systematic study of a structure and a behavior of a physical and natural world. Through observation, experimentation, and the testing of theory against the evidence obtained.
Okay.
Do you understand?
That's right.
So, what is science? Before you go through the economical policies, you have to ask yourself, what kind of natural thing around me that can assist me to isolate?
And how the resources also relate with the environment
as well. Do you understand? So if those things are not
their prosper perspective,
you have to. And also you have to understand that whatever I have, I don't need it.
Okay.
Do you understand? Our fathers said something. He said, oh God. He said, whatever you have,
okay.
I wanted to put it out.
Cherish what you have.
Cherish what you have.
Or appreciate what
you have to appreciate whatever you have around you, because you can use them.
That's right.
You understand? So, talking about general economy, especially Ghana here, we are 100% plus 200 lazy in mind.
Come again.
100% plus 200 lazy in mind.
We are lazy in the mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
To a lay person, when you say lazy in the mind, what do you mean here?
Because if you have the rocks, you have the sand.
Okay.
You have a limestone.
That's the resources.
The resources. You have the limestones. You have the river.
The lithium.
Yes. Whatever minerals, the bauxite,
gold, silver.
Gold. Wow. And this thing will cost you 100 cedis. And you need 20 cedis. So why can't you use the 2 days to work on that bauxite and the mineral resources and get 100 cedis? But rather you took all this thing and give it to somebody for 20 cedis because you need 20 cedis urgent.
And then go and refine it and come and sell it to you.
And the person who was taking it gave you 20 cedis and he took the whole thing.
In a raw state.
In a raw state.
Which is very expensive if you have the expertise.
That's right. And we have worked on this thing several. I'm always outspoken because there was a competition between Japanese engineer, Sri Lankan, and me along this trunk road, Kaswa to Mankasi.
That's right.
And all the Ghanaians knew how I perform and how I challenge those people. Because my mind was telling me that I'm from Central Region. So if I didn't construct the road well,
they will insult me.
I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
You understand?
You also,
my family, my parents,
equally be affected.
Yes, my parents, that's what we call it external effect. So sometimes I move from my section 3, to other section to know exactly how the preparation was being done.
That's right.
So I don't see the problem that we have as a Ghanaian, that our economy.
So basically, if our brains are active, not lazy, if our brains are active, we would have done more.
We can feed the whole of West Africa what we were doing it before.
We were doing it before?
Yeah.
So Ghana was built on intelligence, but now it has reduced to laziness.
That's what I was saying, because
the first gentleman of the land was very intelligent.
He was very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah. He was very fast. And he didn't become fast because he went to school or what. He studied the old guys, Jacob Wutsinse, Koji Agre, Malcolm, and all those Pan-African leaders.
Africanism.
And they fed him with. Do you understand? So let's talk about Kwame Nkrumah and all those who signed the bond of 1844. The bond of 1844 was buried in my father's village.
Okay.
Or Donasi.
So we gave our freedom to the white.
Even that age, the leaders were able, the chiefs were able to say, we cannot give you the land because the land doesn't belong to us. Look at the wisdom. And it is in a certain book in the white era.
And most of our children don't know anything about
this
book.
The white were using this one as a case study. When I was in Mauritania, some tutorage and other things, some this thing that we went through to understand the word. Do you understand? When this thing came into our distance, I asked myself, so do you understand this one? This thing came from Ghana, the bond of 1844. And they were making the references of the chiefs telling the white that the land doesn't belong to us. It belongs to our forefathers and our children to come.
That's right.
So we are just the caretakers. So we cannot give you outright. We signed a contract with you for 100 years. And they told their kid to study the system of the white.
100 years.
100 years. From 1844 to 1944.
We gave our destiny to them.
Yeah, just to study.
Willingly.
No, just to study the new that the development that they had. Yeah, do you understand? Just to study for 100 years.
Wow. But this generation is not interested in studying.
That's why I was talking about laziness. 100 plus 200%.
Wow. Honorable, he said Ghana is a democratic country located on the west coast of Africa with an estimated population of 2.6 million in 2013. It is the first sub-Saharan African country to become independent. 26.6 million in 2013. It is the first sub-Saharan African country. I'm reading this because I'm going to pose a question. And see, after colonization or new colonization, what Ghana has been able to achieve as a sovereign country. You see, and he said it is the first sub-Saharan African country to become independent from British colonial rule in 1957. The country's economy is ranked the 85th largest in the world, with a total GDP of 40.7 billion US dollars in 2011. As we speak today, our economy is in tatters. Somebody just sent a comment. He said, kindly tell Mr. Taylor Joseph Corte has been honored, has been ignored and left stranded. I don't know if you know that person. All right, so that was from Joseph Corte. Maybe you might know him.
I know him.
He's also monitoring and watching the program. I don't want to mention where he's writing from, but I can see one of the stations. Yeah. And Honorable, Ghana was the first country to gain independence from the sub-Saharan Africa. We were the first in 1957. 1957, Ghana, Malaysia, Singapore, and the like started with us.
Yeah.
But Ghana is lacking behind. What can you diagnose us from independence era till date? What is Ghana's problem? Or what has been the problem with Ghana, especially with how we can manage our economy?
As I was telling you, we don't have a system that we train people to become what we want in future. The system is how many engineers from our technical and also universities come out as a graduate. What duty or what research?
Honorable, sorry to cut in. Breaking news. Dr. Duffuor has withdrawn his application seeking to injunct the NDC primary. So the NDC primaries is coming off tomorrow, 13th of May. Breaking news. All right.
Fairness.
This is from, let me credit Kasapa Radio, 102.5 FM. He's a very good friend. He just sent it to me. All right.
Fairness.
So, we thank God. Somebody was crying foul.
Fairness.
And now things has been sorted behind the scenes. I'm sure the Council of Elders and the NEC, National Executive Council, had come in to, address all these issues. He was only crying foul concerning the photo album. That was just by the way. Honorable, go ahead.
Fairness.
No, that's right. Fairness. So that will be our slogan.
He has to create something so that he can tell the people what he wanted to become in future.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Do you understand? So now you are asking me that I should do this or that. So I have to put my request before you for acceptance.
That's right.
That's what I was talking about, fairness.
That's right. All right, Honorable, go ahead.
So, do we give them a tax that this is 1, 2, 3 we lack?
Okay.
So now, as a technical institution, we want this thing to be done. So the lecturers, the engineers, and whatever they have as an institution, by 2 years, 3 years, we want a resource. No tax. They just go through lecturing. Whether when they come out, they become or they don't become, the government don't have any say about it. The country, we don't have, I don't want to use a word that will let them become this thing.
Go ahead.
We don't have tomorrow. Let me use
this country.
This country, we don't have tomorrow.
Why do you think so?
Because if we have tomorrow, the tomorrow must well be organized and constituted so that we channel everybody to it.
Including the educational sector.
Educational sector, whatever we have must be channeled into a certain picture.
Honorable, have you realized that even in our curricula, when you go to the university, when you are doing anything about leadership, we don't actually have a faculty that takes time to, because even when you are learning a bit about leadership in the university, it's just a bit and chunk of it. We don't take time to raise leaders, because Nigeria today, through Tinubu, is having a whole university that are raising politicians.
So we just want politicians.
Honorable, go ahead.
We want politicians to rule or to govern whom? You want politicians to govern whom? You want leaders to lead who? Do you understand? You must put the structures, and through the structures you can know who to lead.
It will be automatic. You can easily identify.
You can easily identify.
Santos can be the best.
When he started, he has performed. So when we call his name, the whole country, not that to lie to me, that you want to become a leader and you are a good leader. I have to choose you as a good leader.
This is deep. So your attribute will determine whether you can become my leader or not.
Yeah.
If there are proper structures, we will know that this one is a good leader.
Yeah.
Not just English, speaking English.
No. Just myself.
But we have voted for people who spoke eloquently.
Because there was a time I tried to speak Spanish, and there were guns and other things in Spanish that I was speaking. Okay. And the Spanish man was asking me, ¿Qué pasa? And later I came to myself, I said, the language in my mind is too much. So sometimes I mix them. Do you understand? So, what have you put in place? We have engineers here, but we are still calling the white to come and construct our bridges. We have wells for our fuel. Let's the oil wells. But we still call another company to come and exploit. So the first one that we got, the engineers that we sent into that field, didn't we tell them that they should go and learn the secret? And all the system that they were using, they will just bring an expectorate about 4 or 5. But the rest will be done by the blacks.
And the cost would not even be enough. Because in educating the people, they can deliver more than the cost involved in educating them.
Yeah.
I get you.
Do you understand? But the painful aspect of it is that our road system, we have the granite, we have we have the limestones, we have everything. The quarries are all over, but our roads are very expensive.
Interestingly, you go through, I'm familiar with the Akosombo Road, so when you are going, before you get to Shy Hills, there is a quarrying,
all over Ghana.
We have go and find out who and who owns that quarry. You'll be shocked. They are all foreigners.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
I don't get it.
But we are all channel our destiny to politics because that was the only place that we can make money. But we have left the country behind. The development of the country is not our problem. Just recently, I was trying to construct a drainage system. And I quantified the whole thing, the pipes and everything that I need for that project will cost me almost 7,000 to 8,000.
Wow.
Because I was intent to use a pressure pipe. I came down, sat down and asked myself, why I call myself engineer?
Okay.
I put 1 or 2 things together because the only problem that I need from that source is to drain the water out of that source pot. So I create a mold cement hose and put in such a way that the small pipe that I'll buy, I can cut it and connect it into any system that I wanted to use to upgrade whatever I wanted to do. And it cost me 1,800.
1,800
Yeah,
Ghana cedis.
yeah. Wow. From 7,000 over to 1,800 Ghana cedis.
That's beautiful. So, an engineer in Ghana, what's our shortcoming? I mean, what has short-changed us to understand that, like you rightly said, we have the engineers here. I nearly said we have the men. We have the men. NPP says we have the men.
We still have the men.
NDC says we have the men. It's interesting.
NDC, they don't have the men.
Are you sure?
Yeah, MPP have the men.
MPP has the men.
Yeah.
I don't think Razak will be too happy about this one. Anyway, Honorable, so we have all this expertise in Ghana. What do you think has been the blockage? I mean, why are we not reposing confidence in our men or our people? Why?
That was the reason why I was talking about the structure. You understand? And most of the people who use their mind don't want to talk much. As the why they defend their mind, their knowledge. They defend it. They will go and tell people what they can do. But here, you go through, they have given all the positions to people who have no knowledge about tomorrow. And all what they want is, if you don't have what it is, you want people to know that you are. You have to spend.
That's right.
And show off to people because I have the power. So you must respect. You don't have to force people to respect you.
You don't have to force people
to respect you.
You don't force it.
You don't force it.
You command it. You don't demand. But
when you have the power, you don't speak louder.
So if a president keeps saying, I'm the president of the land, what does it mean? We already know he's a president,
so
but
what,
he keep repeating, I'm the president of the land. I'm the president of the land. All right, so that is Honorable Engineer Kwesi Taylor Jr. Of my year, if you know me and Wara, the bottom Jumedi, me did the Papa Law perfect, and me did Jumedi, what chairman, my biddy actually David Santos, show produced by Juji. Sunday is Mother's Day, so let's celebrate our mothers. Honorable, your wife is listening to you, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Mother's Day, any message?
You see, every week, I do sit my family down and tell them my project ahead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Every Sunday?
Every Sunday.
Is it after church or?
After church.
Okay.
I sit them down. I sit them down and tell them my project ahead so that they all can be involved.
Wow. So in a way, you
every
believe
3 months,
interstate succession law.
That's right. Every 3 months, that's only with my wife.
Okay.
We just discuss and this. And June, maybe I take her out and we look at what we're able to do within the year.
This is family business. This is what we call family business, not the one we always talk about. This is deep.
It's what we have done
so
and
far.
What we are not able to do, and we look at the priorities. If we can project the priorities the second half of the year,
okay.
Then we sit down, then we come into the children. We just tell them. Because women are the mirror of man's life.
Come again.
Mirror. You have to see yourself in your wife.
Come again.
Women are the mirror in men's life.
Wow. So you have to see
yourself
in your wife. That's beautiful. I guess, and you are whetting my appetite. you are a lovely husband, a very romantic husband. You have to see yourself
in your wife.
Wow.
Because if you are not able to dress well, your wife has the power to tell you, you're tired. Where is your space? You have to do this, you have to do that. The same thing when you are standing in the mirror and you are not okay. The way you straighten yourself or you put yourself in order, your wife must have that right
to do same.
To do same.
Wow.
And every project that you have it in mind, you have to put it in your wife.
Okay.
Like, okay, when
like you have to make sure that you walk her along. I mean, you
Yeah.
make sure that she's also in alignment. You box her. I'll borrow your political word. You ship her in.
Yeah.
Make sure she's in line with whatever you
because
are
we men, sometimes things don't entice us. But they have the knowledge of, if I got this one, I'm okay. If I got this one, I'm okay.
Okay.
So sometimes when you are moving from your plans, say, oh, no, he didn't say that. He said we'll go to Kumasi. And the Kumasi, as a man, you have to put some things around the Kumasi.
Okay.
That to entice the woman. But you knew that when you get to Kumasi, this is what you will do. Wow. You understand? Like, okay, hey, baby, I love you. How are you doing? Yeah, I want to take you to London. A woman, the moment you say, I will take you to London, whatever you need from the woman, she'll give it to you.
Really?
No, you have to,
Okay.
create some picture in the mind. And the same thing applies to when you are with your wife. You have to let your wife know what you wanted to do in certain. You say you don't have to tell your wife your business and other things. No, they will be in a position to remind you some of the things that you don't take it serious.
That's right.
Oh no, you didn't say that. You said this, and that.
That's right.
So why can't you do it? Then you have to, if there are changes, you have to explain. No, when I got to this point, no, then we can do this, we can do that. You understand? Whatever piece of additional this thing that they will put in, you can digest it and do it in such a way that it will be all right with you.
Wow.
Do you understand? Wow. You don't have to separate your family from the businesses that you wanted to do.
Okay. Because some women don't even know what their husbands are doing. They only come report to them, I'm doing this the money, and that's it. They are not in tune with whatever their husbands are doing. So that's a good advice on.
And that's killed the man.
It
killed the man early, because the woman doesn't know what you are doing. So if there are problems,
so is that the reason why a lot of women are widows and we have few men are like
because you'll be thinking
most
about
of the men die earlier.
You'll be thinking about the problem, and maybe the solution will be in the wife.
Come again.
When there are problem in your businesses, when you come back home and your wife doesn't have knowledge about what you do a day, you will sit down. Oh God.
Your wife has the solution.
Yeah.
And women are pursuers. If they want to pursue something, they go at every length. Make sure that they get there.
They will not sleep on it. They will just think about it and say, what you said yesterday, I thought about this, and so why can't you do this and do that? My small girl gave me some knowledge that when I capitalize on it, I say, wow.
That's right.
You have to spread.
If you have not shared.
Yes.
So it's good to share.
Yeah. Let your family get involved in some of your business.
You are doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Honorable, your final words, because our time is fast spent.
I have 3 questions to ask.
Wow.
Just 3. I know he's deep, so just give me short answers on that. Honorable, my first question is, can you identify what is wrong with the African brain or the black brain?
I have walked through Africa, and I found that there's nothing wrong with African brain.
Okay.
But rather lazy in thinking. And we also look like...
Even in the exam hall, you can feel
it. Lazy in thinking. And we don't want to appreciate what we have.
Okay.
Because when you look at Spain,
everything foreign is
good. Spanish people came to Africa and learned what is called economy. Wow. Because Ghana Empire, the leaders were using this kind of... When you bring in gold or anything to their let's say their empire, they tax you 1%. But when you are giving it to the trans businessmen to take it to Europe, 2%.
Wow.
In the year of 11th century. So what's the problem? You started something good, and now you listen to the person who wants your businesses to be more a distance, so that he or a distance can sell what he has.
Okay.
Because you have to get it in mind that what you have, you don't need it.
The ignorant is teaching the educated.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. My second question is, how can we get the original document of the oaths? I'm picking this from the the bond of 1844, where you made mention of they have given us
100 years to learn.
100 years to learn. But if you look at what we are learning right now, the original mind behind that is not there. If not you saying it today, like I didn't know. So how can we get? It seems there are a lot of books that could have helped us at this time. But if you look at what we are learning right now, most of the original aspect of it is being taken out. How can we get all those things? Because if we have them, I believe we learning them could have been better for us as at now.
Before he even answers, I think an African is lazy when it comes to researching and even reading. So the white man says that if you want to hide anything from an African, put it inside a book and put it in the library. You know, we have people who have decorated libraries, but they don't have decorated minds. Okay. Honorable.
Yeah. Okay.
Their library look nice.
This is where the bond of 1844 was hidden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ankara.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes.
All right. You see, for what I study, they say when you place your foot, you understand, and you shift it just about 2-inch degree or even 1.
Okay.
When you move on that end, you will never get the exact direction that you are going.
Okay.
As you are going, the degrees increase.
Okay.
You choose the straight line, and somebody came to you and say, okay, why can't you shift your foot small? And you're still expecting the point that you decided to go. The moment you shifted your foot, you cannot get the straight line again.
Okay.
So our education and everything, because the white want us to buy what he has produced.
Always.
So he shifted.
Finished goods.
Yes. So from that distance, now you are talking about the born of 1844, when our fathers were going to court, Mr. Saba was the one who demarcated Ghana map.
Wow.
He was a black guy.
Sorry.
Wow.
Jacob Sincere went to England and battled in the court. That's King Ferguson was the one who demarcated the Ghana map. Okay. But Mensa Saba and Co. went to UK and battled at that age. So it's just a shifting of our feet.
So there was a transport of intelligent people.
Yes.
Agree. Could you agree?
Yeah, the first graduate.
Yeah.
From Anumabo.
Yeah.
Very intelligent.
Yes.
Wow. And less is heard about these great generals. All right, because of time.
This one is just yes or no.
Our time is up.
Yes. Honorable, will you agree to the fact that the Constitution is archaic and is too flexible for our leaders, and that something supposed to be done about it? Will you agree?
When I came down 1996, I went to court that the Constitution, there are pitfalls.
So you've ever been to court about it?
Yeah, and they told me I have to pay my lawyer, what, and I said, we are not serious. Because I can see that Article 57 would give the president the audacity that whether purported or not, whatever he decided to do, he has the right to do it. And after that, nobody will hold him responsible until certain years that he can cover his back before he can be sent to court. Only that, even that place.
The indemnity clause.
Yeah, the purported. Purported means that if he just today.
I want
to
do this.
Yes, how can we live in the country that the executive have so much power?
From the grapevine, the constitution was made for a military junta.
For him to be rescued after his tenure.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll have time for a lot of issues. Thank you so much. I agree with you. I have learned a lot from today's discussion to us. We thank you for your time.
Honorable, your final words.
Yeah, my greetings go to my wife. This I just go back to my
very important.
my
else you eat your fufu today.
Right. My greetings go to my wife and the whole family.
That's right.
My children, my workers, and all those who are listening to Papa Law Radio.
That's right.
And most of the time that we want to talk about this country issues, we don't have to do it in such a way that we put politics as a major.
Yeah.
We have to put it in the way that we can educate the people, because without the people we don't have a country.
That's right.
And most of the time when I do that, they say because now we just want to come down to our system. And but whenever I want to speak our system style, I go. So, please.
The American and the British line is here now. The accent is just flowing.
So, unless and all those who are working behind us,
right.
and I give a big shout out to.
That's right.
And also, Papa Law.
That's right.
You have done well,
Thank you, Honorable.
I'm very happy.
Humbled. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been serious improvement.
That's right.
I know. All right, you're many engineer. Kwesi Taylor Junior na twetwe nkomo David Santos nso boaye enne nyamia ya dom ye di nkomo papa ye hyase with the NDC ye ne Razak Ekasaye on ye NDC Madina secretary ye ne twetwe nkomo na ye call honorable ne no nyizi omuhia. All right, and then we had a nice educative session with Dr. Brefo Apo Leslie, or also boy my yeti LGBTQIA plus nasepa nyamia ya dom engineer so any yebi or no the Brefo me never because na ohia 2 hours near actually, and so next week ya didn't na ya ye one-on-one ye be discuss everything news na NDC so enya yi omo flag bearer nanti ye be hu ba bia e ko the honorable me da se so buy nyame hira papa for coming. We are so grateful. Thank you for coming, and God bless the technical team. God bless Jude GH, our only one and only producer. And let me read some few comments that so that I'm not beaten. So permit me, give me 2 minutes to do so. Let's see who wrote and those secret watchers. There are secret watchers. Okay, so Ohineba Kofi Prince. I'm watching live. All right, happy Mother's Day to all mothers in the world, especially to my biological mom, Patience Klonu, inside Koforidia. Mom, we love you. From your beloved son, Ohineba Kofi Prince. And of a truth, he's a prince. So, Prince, keep it up. Your mom also loves you. Kumate Doris, it's a great show. Keep it up. Thank you. And then I think I read this one for Honorable, so I will leave that one here. God bless all those who wrote, commenters, viewers, listeners across the globe. Those who listened on modernghana.com, onlineradiobox.com, God bless all of you. We appreciate you. Until same time, next week, Monday, we'll come with a lot because on Monday, there will be a lot of news. Every day, we'll bring you the best. We'll look at the chances of the one who will win the NDCs.
But Papa,
Honorable.
My prayer is that let's propagate this, making your wife and your mother a woman.
Okay.
On this very Mother's Day.
Okay.
So that they can feel, because you have done a great thing.
Sure.
Especially my mother, late.
That's right.
You understand? Yeah. She looked straight to my face and said, "Hey, Kwesi, you are not a small person.
That's right. You be great.
You are a great person.
That's right.
And even as I travel,
that's so heartwarming.
Yeah,
it's heartwarming to have a mother tell you that.
It kept ringing in my ears, you know.
Always.
That my mom said this.
You were inspired throughout your life.
So,
all right. So, Honorable, thank you so much, mothers and our wives. Our wives, we love you. Okay, so this has been Mpɔtam Morning Show on Papa Law Radio. I'm your host, Papa Law Perfect. I'm out. Have a blessed day.
Can you bring the wafa? Empower ways now, winner. Yamin Shira, how many payers